Okay. So let's give this a go then. You are, who wants to sum up? A short sum up is probably enough. A short, abbreviated summary of where we are, why we're here, what we're doing. You are in the Dwarven city that is part of Wailer's Keep, I call it, but it's part of Wailer's Hold. Wailer's Hold being a whole sort of valley with different old settlements and ruined Dwarven workshops and so on, where now orcs and a dragon dwells. But you have come in, you have explored this a little bit. You have been charged with retrieving some artifacts, and also, if you can, solving the curse of the old king, which you did. But yeah, from that, what else do you remember?
I remember we had an argument with an orc who didn't appreciate us wandering into his house.
Indeed, he was being reasonably
bumped
polite.
into a dragon.
Bumped into a dragon, but you didn't talk to him or anything. You ran away from him, which is probably sensible.
I don't think he appreciated us stealing his treasure.
He didn't. You stole a little bit.
Yeah.
But the key was that you got the silver helmet.
I thought we collected every coin.
Not quite every. No, you didn't have enough time to collect all of them.
No.
But you have a good clutch of coins, that is. All right, what else? Do you remember anything about what happened down the crypt? And what you discovered? What was surprising for you down the crypt? I can show you briefly the picture again of the crypt. Maybe that jogs your memories. Does it jog any memories? Oh, I haven't put you across yet. Hang on.
I remember the floor.
Remember the floor?
We find all the tombs of the Dwarven kings.
Yes, there were the different tribes that make up the Meromanian clan. And one of them was King Brona. But you found out that King Brona had something special about him. Maybe that was the reason why they didn't finish burying him.
Wasn't it her?
Yeah, exactly. King Brona was actually a she.
It was a queen.
Which certainly, those many hundred years ago, was very, very unusual. Queens didn't really exist. You have a king, and that's it.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why they didn't finish the funeral rites when they noticed. They all ran away screaming, "It's a woman!" Yeah, so that was one thing. And you did various things there. You basically completed the rite. You walked around with that hammer and you struck and called out the names. So that seemed to work. You gave back the weapon and did a proper funeral. And hopefully the curse is now gone. And the Meromanian clan is hoping, certainly the person you were talking about too, that getting rid of that curse will improve the fortunes of their clan, of their family.
There was another dwarf upstairs, wasn't there, who was a ghostly dwarf?
Yeah, there was in the archive. Yeah, so if I go back to the map.
Yeah.
There was an archive you saw. Hang on, that's the wrong one. Oh, that's clever. I just got rid of the map from the navigation. Wailer's Hold, Wailer's Keep. And activate. Yeah, you can probably not see everything at once, can you? Which sort of defeats the purpose. But there was the archive, and in there was a ghost, and he was speechless, meaning you couldn't really talk to him, but he seemed to be the old archivist, you reckon?
Yeah, okay.
And he was basically frowning and pulling his hair out if he had any, about the unfinished work and all the filing he didn't get to do. Yeah, and there was also this stair right at the bottom. Have you got that fog of war? Can't remember. If I ping here, it's not all black, is it? There was a staircase going steep down, and you didn't actually follow that yet. And basically, you had another couple of stairwells especially the one that Xiota was hiding in for a little while over here, that also went down. But other than that, you think you've explored most of the stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, you then started fronting this orc here. You then came across another lot of orcs in this old guard chamber here on the south, from where you currently are. And they started attacking you. You knocked over a couple, as turned into bears, 2 of you. Through a mishap, it was 2, otherwise it would have been 1. And you were in the midst of a fight, and I might even still have the initiative open. Yeah, looks like it. But we need to take some bears, some people. Oh, no, it doesn't matter. We know who's who. Yeah, that seems to be everybody. So, over to you guys.
Well, won't be on initiative.
Well, we are currently at the self-effacing hollow, which is the guy who's standing up there and slapped the door shut, I think. Or was it self-effacing? Yeah, I think he's standing behind the door, and he's basically shut the door now that there's a big bear outside, big scary bear. He slams the door shut and you hear a crotch, like they're putting a bar across or something like that. So the next one is Moor Bear. Moor Deep Bear. Ah, have I messed that up again? No? Moor Deep Bear. So this one down here. So you should be able to control that one. If not, let me know.
I've got the character sheet open. So
what do you want to do?
If Modib was turning into a bear, he probably had plans involving this self-effacing.
No, you're Moor Deep Bear. You're this one down here.
Yeah.
Just because you were pointing up there.
Yes, but I reckon he has plans involving this guy up here.
You think?
Yeah. I mean, you don't turn into a bear for no reason.
Well, they shut the door. You're standing in front of a shut door as well. What do you
I think we shut that one.
Do you want to sprint to the other door and see whether you can smash it open? Or do you want to go the long way around because there's another corridor leading to the same room?
Is the door over here closed or open?
Both doors are currently closed, yeah.
I think being a bear, he's going to want to go and smash that door open, maybe?
Yeah, okay. You just basically roar and run at it and throw yourself against it. Yeah? Is that what you're doing?
Yep.
Then can you do me a... Well, it's might really, but you can choose whether you roll strength or might because that's all built into the stats.
Well, they're all the same for this bear.
Ooh, look at that. 3 successes. Now I'm going to roll essentially a little bit of armor for the door. Let's see. Because
there's Johnny.
Relatively okay, but you still smash it open, so you... Go on, describe it. I'm lazy today. You can do the work.
Well, I think he stands up on his back legs, roars a bit, and then steps forward in a bizarre imitation of how humans walk and then throws himself at the door.
You think he hasn't got enough practice yet as bear? Okay.
He hasn't spent all that much time as a bear yet.
So there's a huge roar. He basically kicks in the door. The door splinters open, cracks open. Whatever the bar was that they put behind it basically seems to have splintered as well. So it's hanging sadly in its hinges and contemplates the meaning of door death. Right. Oh, that's not fair. Xiotol's bear is smaller. Let's sort that out.
Is it?
You want to be just the same size, don't you? So let me just sort that out.
Unless I am smaller.
No, are you smaller than dwarf originally? Don't know. The sort of transfiguration is always this thing. It's always this thing. If you think about, does it have to be the same mass and the same weight and all that sort of stuff? Turning into a squirrel, is that possible or not? Is the squirrel the same weight as the dwarf? Yeah, but let's not talk about that. Old school.
Yeah, no, I think Morty Bear is short and squat. There was I'm sort of tall and lanky.
Alright, so I need to make more bear smaller again. Is that what you're saying? Alright, so we can actually tell them apart. And I might just mirror him as well. So you smashed open the door. Good. Next one in our little initiative order would be the Wise Org, the Wise Zook Org. Ah, yes, he was coming from this side, wasn't he? So from the hall, down the hall, he actually gets a short bow out. And I hope I've given him one. No, I haven't. Let me fix that. That's a nice thing about having everything pre-configured in the system. Just go short bow, and put it across, and that's it. Done. He's got a short bow. He says confidently. Nothing happened. Oh, now he's got two. So he's firing a short bow, and he's going to fight scared of the bear. So he's going to shoot at the Yotal bear. And he absolutely misses. He's not very good with his bow. That's a shame, but he keeps an action just in case. And goes back into cover sort of thing. Does a sidestep. Right, next one is the crash one. Which one is the crash one? Hover over him. Oh, he's down there. You don't know. You can't see him. And then we've got Chalendra.
Looking at this, apparently I can still see Mr. Wise Orc.
Which one, sorry? Oh, there, yes.
This one, I can still see him.
Yeah, you can still see him. The gate is big enough. He's not quite out of sight yet.
Okay, so I am going to move forward a bit. How many squares can I move again?
Well, if you want to basically run and then still do some full action after that,
I can run and fight.
It's about 10 meters. Fun action. So it's about there.
About here?
Yeah.
Cool.
So you can get a slightly better angle.
Yep.
But he will have some cover, yeah?
Yep. Oh, he's doing it again. Let's have a look. I wonder why it does that. Occasionally, it doesn't like rolling stuff, and you have to close your character sheet and then roll it again.
Oh, okay.
So, is that a modifier penalty? Yes.
No. It's like armor. Your normal shot, you don't have to worry about the armor. I just roll armor and that against it. Wow, 2 damage. That would be normally. Let's roll the armor, and on the armor he gets a bit of cover on top. And oh yes. Yeah, your shot actually hits the door and gets deflected.
Is it low that it is, isn't it?
A 2 will reduce your arrows by 1. 1s and 2s, so yeah. Okay. Nice shot, but you missed.
The arrow embedding into the door frame just where his head was a second ago.
Yeah, fine. I imagined it being a stone door frame, but with your arrows, you never know. Talia.
I think I've got a reasonable shot at Loyal Hollow.
Now that the door is splintered and open again, you have a reasonable shot, yes.
Yeah. Let's move up a little bit so it's just see through the bear.
Yeah, you've got a decent shot. Ooh, but your sling stone bounces around the door, gets deflected by the little splintered remains of it, and hits one of the tankards that's standing on the table. So you hit something, at least. Not what you were aiming for. Xiaotal, it's your turn. You are all bear.
Whoa. With a big roar and this door smashed open, I'm going to charge through and just take a swipe at this dude here.
Oh dear, you're lumbering through basically. He probably
with
will
a big
lose.
roar.
He'll probably have a fear attack.
A bit of a...
Wow, look at that.
Oh,
look at that
dice.
fight.
That's not a very good dice roll, is it, for that many dice?
No, not really, but he's actually quite armored. Let's have a look. So it takes 1 away, which means he's still one damage. And the 1 damage is worth, is it 1 or is it 2 for that attack?
Well, it's listed there as 2 damage, so it's
So
a
2
damage
base
per...
damage. Yeah. So it takes 2 damage. You smash him, but his chainmail protects him a little bit. But you definitely smash him up.
I think it's base 1 damage. It is because 2 successes is 2 damage if you look at the roll.
Oh, all right. Yes. You've got the character sheet. In that case, it's only 1 damage. Fine. If you don't want 2 damage, then that's fine. All right. So yes, the bears are making all the difference, opening doors for you, roaring at people, and the Goldilocks both basically have missed. The Goldilocks and 2 bears.
Oh, it's 2 damage. Well, maybe it is base 2 damage. Beg your pardon.
Base
It's not
damage is
rolling
2.
well. It's not rolling correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it should say on the roll it's 3 damaging.
Yeah.
You roll melee rather than paw.
You need to roll with a weapon, and then exactly. Then you'll get it. You get the right damage.
Yeah, I just rolled melee. That's right. Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, there's the fierce dog again. So the self-effacing guy was this one. He's basically he's got a choice. He can run away or he can help his mate. He's going to help his mate because there's still a splinter door between Moor Deep Bear and him, so he can move. So he's going to attack Xiota Bear. Let's see what he can do. Probably not a lot. Not against the bear. So he's got a scimitar. And with that, he launches with a battle cry at you. Oh no, actually, not too bad. Just thinking Simba Room about a flanking advantage, but doesn't apply here. So Xiota, can you do us an armor roll, please? Because you ran the attack, so you don't have any actions left.
Yeah, I've got no actions left, yeah.
Just so Mark's,
what is my armor?
Mark's meme.
I don't have armor.
You should have some.
The character sheet.
Yeah, that's a problem when you quickly...
It's got listed armor in the gear section, but I think that's just a default, isn't it? It's blank, yeah.
Yeah, it's blank. Okay, armor rating at the top of the character sheet is 2, but I need to create an armor for you so you can roll it. I'll just roll 2d6
okay.
at this
So
point.
let me just roll 2d6.
Ooh, no, neither of them actually come through. That means you take 3 damage from the vicious scimitar. Let me just create some armor, but damage 2.
Okay.
What shall we call your armor? Armor. Fur. Writing 2.
Oh, what a pain. So I just take that straight off strength, don't I?
Yeah, state of strength. And I make it a tiny item so you can still carry other stuff. Alright, that should do it. You should now have an armor that you can roll in future. It's because I used a monster sheet for the bears originally, not a character sheet, so things are slightly different. But in case of doubt, I can almost always recreate it. But here, he got you.
I don't know where I rolled it though. There's no roll
I
option.
can see it. I can see it there. Doesn't matter. You just carry on like this. I can recreate. Hopefully, you won't be bear forever. I have a hope that you'll actually return from bear form at some point. Xiatal, Moor Deeps, the other bear. It's your turn. Moor Deep Bear.
Moor Deep Bear is going to go in and help his bear friend.
A pair of bears.
Have a go at this one.
Oh dear. No, he's got 2 bears.
I feel sorry for these orcs.
Me too. Me too. You could make lots of puns.
It's just got like no chance.
This is just too much to bear.
I think you need to use some darkness points and throw another 5 in there to have a chance.
I don't need darkness points. In this game, I can just declare that I'm going to do this. You paw, but you paw past him.
This bear is defective.
Yeah, this bear is defective. No, the orc is just very nimble, and he just dodged you, and he dodged under, and you almost clawed your friendly bear. Very almost. All right, so that takes us to these guys, I think. Which one is the wise one? Oh, he's the wise because he was hiding behind the door frame. So he pops out again and takes a shot at Chalendra, who's standing right in the middle of the big corridor.
Yeah, stop picking on me.
So, and he would hit you. Do you want to try and evade or dodge or anything? Or do you just say, hey, my armor can take it?
No, I'm thinking of dodging. So if I don't drop to the floor, losing an action, then there's a 2 penalty, isn't it?
It's a melee, sorry, it's a ranged, which is like a stabbing weapon, and the stabbing weapon is -2, I believe. Parry with... You don't have a shield, do you?
Yeah.
So,
I do have a... I've got my bow out. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's -2, unless you want to dodge and roll on the floor. Wow, that was well dodged.
And touch this. Ding, 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 ding.
That -2 doesn't really do much to you, does it?
It does.
Your values are high too. No, look, you've got 6 dice still for dodging, despite the -2. How do you do that?
Yeah, it doesn't take the -2. You've got to reduce your dice pool, not write -2 in there.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
But anyway, the first 3 are successes, so I'll just rule that is okay.
I just added a -2 modifier on it.
No, you didn't. All right, so he took a shot at you. That means you still take 1 damage. But you still can roll armor before that happens.
Sorry, so did I dodge it or not?
Sorry. Yes, you did. Never mind. And you're on your feet. And he's cursing. He's cursing in the best Orcish he can muster. He says, "So I missed," which is German. Almost Orcish. So, the crass guy. Which one is the crass guy? I was shoving my Discord window around. Because it's actually hovering over stuff. There. Okay. Yes, they're talking. And they are doing something that you can't see. I hope. All right, next is Chalendra.
Yeah.
You still have an action left.
Yep. So, now let's have a look at my path of the arrow says that's a different one. Where is it? Fast shooter. Okay, I can shoot the ranged weapon and run it at the same time. So I could fire and move, couldn't I?
Yeah.
Okay, right. So, eat longbow.
Okay. Okay, not quite as impressive as usual.
I'm going to move up here. Can I push this roll?
You can always push.
But
So it's 1 skull, but 3 damage, not bad. So, dodge that, eh? +2 for cover. Absolutely not. So, your arrow strikes true. And there's a lot of ouch to him. And he sort of slumps further behind the door.
That's very rude of him.
He does some slumping. All right, after Chalendra, it's Telia.
I've just lost sight of the orc I was going to go after, so I think I shall be flinging rocks into the pile of bears and hoping to hit an orc.
Well, I provide extra cover, you know that. Because if there's a pile of bears, you might actually strike one of them.
Yep. It's a risk I'm prepared to take.
You could, of course, just take a couple of steps and see whether you can get an angle on the other orc.
Oh, yeah, I suppose I might be able to. How far can I move?
You can move up to 10 meters before you lose the action. Go down 1.
This little measuring thing. I can go a bit further than that.
Roughly to there, I reckon you could go. And see whether you get an angle.
Right, so 1 more step. Yep, I can see him from there.
Look, I'm just going to rule that you walk diagonally, because it's more sensible.
Why Zug Orc? So yeah, I'll go for that one.
Yeah, he looks really worse for wear. He's sort of slumping away. Ooh, and this time you actually do something to him.
Usual competence from me there.
Oh, so quick armor roll. This time he doesn't have the cover. No, it doesn't help him. Actually, the armor is pretty much reduced to 0 anyway. And you hit him, and what happens? He goes down.
Yes, looking very surprised. Because he was expecting to be shot with an arrow by an elf, and now suddenly some weird human with a musical instrument has flung a rock at him.
That's just mean.
Yep.
That shouldn't happen. So he basically gets struck by the rock, maybe in the head, and just goes flump, goes to the floor.
Yeah.
And as far as you're concerned, he's out of the action.
It's a good sound.
What was that? Good Sam?
Good sound.
Good sound. The flop, you mean? All right.
You went.
Thump. Crumples. So musical instrument. You're a percussion specialist today. All right. Well done, Talia. Xiotal, our competent bear. Now, really, bears should have a sort of swiping attack, but they can attack 2 good targets, shouldn't they?
Oh. Can I see anything in there? It's all dark over in there.
In your room? Let me check something.
Yeah.
It's probably because of the person with
I
the
think
light.
I was getting the light from the characters.
Yeah, let me give you some light. Has he seen the light? Because you haven't got vision. Right. For all the joys when you just improvise this sort of character. So, can you see something now?
Mm-hmm. Yep, I can see 2 orcs now. I'm going to have a slash at the one in front of me.
On you go. You swipe at him. I think I might have to beef up these bears
this time.
bit.
So paw attack.
Yeah, paw attack. I might have to slump.
So paw attack. Does that use my melee skill?
It would be using a melee skill. It should do. If not,
yeah, it's got skill 0 on this.
It's got base 9 though.
Oh no, it's just base dice. No, it's always base dice with monsters, isn't it?
Yeah, indeed. There you go.
I
That
think
looks a
our
bit
previous
better.
attack was more. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 10. I just changed it because I increased your bear strength a little bit, thinking that your bear should be stronger than this. But you hit him. You definitely hit him, and it is quite ferocious, such a bear claw, isn't it? Isn't a bear claw a sweetie thing?
Yeah, it's a slash, isn't it? Sweep and slash. I think I can. Oh wow.
Oh wow.
He's doing well that bit there.
He's inherited that armor from his great grandfather, who fought in the big wars against the dragons, and therefore, yeah, he can rely on it.
War in anger is in him.
And he laughs at you and says, "Ha ha! Come and get me if you can." Famous last words. All right. After Xiotar, we go back to the self-facing guy, and he actually is getting a little bit uneasy with his position, but he knows if he tries to withdraw now, he's going to be bear-hugged. Shall I do that now? He's going to just give Xiotar another slash, because he was so good at it last time. So, scimitar. Ooh, look at that. He is still very good at it.
Well, I have an action left, so I will try to dodge.
It's just the image of a bear trying to dodge. Do you go rolling around on the floor or not?
No, I'm a bear. I'm not going to fall on the floor, am I?
No, it's slashing, so I think dodge gets +2, so you don't actually get a -2 for standing up, because you get a +2 for dodging a slash attack.
Okay. Oh, this bear is crap at dodging.
Well, bears are big and they're lumbering. What do you? Yeah, if you want something better, get a meerkat.
2 dice. Look at that.
Or squirrels. Squirrels are good at dodging, but they're not so good at swiping people. Going pow. Right, so you don't do that, which means you still have your armor. Might work. Your armor roll. 2 armor.
Oh yeah, so yeah.
2d6 manually. Otherwise.
Yeah, let me roll 2 dice.
No, that doesn't help. It's 3 damage you get. You get a ferocious slash onto your shoulder, and it does hurt quite a bit. Even as a bear. It's the first time you've actually experience this level of
4 damage.
of pain. 3 damage, 4
4
damage.
damage would kill most people, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would kill most people, but you're a bear. You're very strong. So in a way, you're probably quite glad about your mate's mishap that turned you into bear right now. Because otherwise, you would not be standing anymore.
I'm going to glare at more deep bear, cursing him for turning me into a bear.
Bear with us. We'll get you back.
Yeah, oh dear. It's too much pain to bear. Yeah. So that means the next one is the wise ones, and they got very wise because these 2 guys here. Sorry, that's not the wise one. Where's the wise one gone?
The wise one's up here.
Oh, he's dead. Yes.
Isn't it?
It's a crass
next.
one. Crass one. So these 2 basically, you see from where you are a couple of orcs coming around the corner. Chalendra, you might just be able to see them.
Yep. Hey, crass and then spiritual.
Yeah, and they're coming around the corner, bows drawn. Actually, the first guy has got a saber drawn, and the second guy has got a bow. But the guy, does he see you? Let's have a look. Let's have a quick look whether he sees you. Observation. He's not going to have a lot of dice, but you never know. Yes, he does see you, and as he sees you, he screams and starts running towards you, and he can just about make it. So he comes to the door, screams, and very bravely attacks you close up. Ah, he says. What shall I do with my bow now? It's getting in the way. And, oh gosh, he's quite injured, but you don't know that. So let's have a look what he can do with this.
Oh wow, 2 dice.
Well, how do you play it, Martin? When you have sort of humanoids, when you have humanoid opponents, do you reduce their attack dice when they're injured or not? Yeah, because for monsters you never.
No, you treat them like normal people. Yeah.
Even when they're humanoids.
You're right. He's weaker attacking like we are.
Yeah. So, hence he only gets 2 dice, and one of them is a gear dice. All right, so he's brave, but that didn't really work. That was him. And now it's Chandler's trumpet tracker. Let's have a look at that again. No, I didn't close it. I hit it. So the next one is Chalendra.
Hey, I draw my sword.
We missed Mordeed the bear there.
Did we?
I believe so.
Where's my... Oh, there's my trumpet tracker. Behind my Discord window. This pushing it about doesn't work.
You missed
so yes, sorry. After the Moor Deep, we missed him. Apologies. Moor Bear. On you go.
Well, he will continue trying to deal with the one right in front of him.
It's high time because that one is really laying into your friend.
Yeah, a good pawing.
Raw and paw. Ooh, do you want to push that?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I'll push that.
You're wrong in that, aren't you?
I have to say, you're really trying hard, but top marks for effort. So now it's Chalendra, yeah?
Right.
I assume you don't want to push that too.
Okay, I draw my sword.
Mm-hmm.
And swipe at this guy.
No, yeah, okay. You've got a 7 in there. Oh, yes, I remember. That's like 7, but I remember your sword. Okay, that's pretty decent. And you're probably going to cleave him in 2. Unless his armor saves it. No, it doesn't. So on you go. What happens?
Right. I strike him as I'm drawing. So strike him across his waist, his intestines fall at his feet, and he desperately tries to hold them in before he collapses with a gurgling sound.
With a gurgling sound. And he says, "Curse you, Blondie."
Right, and then so attacking and drawing a weapon. Do I've got no. If I want to parry or anything.
No, that's it now. Unless you've got something like quick draw for your melee weapon.
Parry each round.
I mean, I thought it was already generous because I think it's a fast action to ready your weapon. It's a fast action, it's a normal action to attack. So I think that's okay. You don't have any left.
No, okay. So I'm just standing there then.
You don't have to ready your sword, though.
You have to draw your sword, though.
Yep.
Change weapon.
Well,
Yeah, that's your action.
I'm picturing my bow in my left hand, so I'm not using my shield.
Yeah. Right. So I think actually fast action, slow actions. Just having a look at it.
I should have made myself a fighter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, you are basically a fighter, aren't you? The way you play your.
In the beginning, I
character.
thought I could stand back and shoot people with bows while someone else did the fighting, but it rapidly worked out that I couldn't.
Actually, the bears are decent at it, but you're currently there are too many fronts for that to work. So the next one then, Talia.
So I'm going
Switch
to
on the
have a
channel
look.
indicator. You're going to go in there.
I don't want to go in there. There might be a dragon.
You can stay where you are, actually. There might be a dragon, you say? Let's see what the dice say to that.
There's some magic light in there, more of them.
There is a bit of shouting, there's a bit of screaming, but you think, and there's a bit of gurgling right at your feet because you're standing on a collapsed orc. But you think you're hearing some big leathery wings flapping somewhere in the off.
Bloody dragon again.
Could be. There will be dragons, indeed. So, anything else you want to do, Talia?
I'm still going to throw a rock at the inscrutable guy.
Okay. Yeah, on you go.
Where is so? I can't see her.
No, you can't because you're outside the view window, I think.
Oh, right.
Ah, you should be able to see him. You do damage him, and I want to keep his running options open. Oh, okay. According to this, he's already dead. Let's give him some life back. Otherwise, the whole thing doesn't make sense. Yeah, armor.
I mean, I can see the inscrutable. I can't see Sue.
No, I can't either.
I can.
She's hiding under some orchid.
It's the other one. The other orc is probably. I'm going to remove the flattened orcs, so we don't have that problem. Hopefully. I think I just. Yeah. Did I remove too much? No, that's okay. Good. So yeah, the inscrutable gun guy. Basically, your slingshot hits him, but it bounces off the chainmail, and he seems to hear something behind him as well. Because the next one to act is... No, I'm missing somebody from my initiative order. How annoying. What he's doing is he's sprinting past you. And you hear how he seems to open a door and disappears. So that takes us, I believe, back to the self-effacing guy. And there's a loyal guy as well. Deleted too many people.
No, it's to me. Me, I'm next.
Yeah, Xiaoto. Okay.
I'm next. Subtle next.
Yeah. On you go.
I have to. I'm going to finish. I'm going to turn on this one that's been gouging at me from the side.
You're more motivated to hit him.
To death of him hitting me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm going to, with a big roar, I'm going to get 4 successes now. Here we go.
No, not really.
No.
Where did it go? I can't see what you rolled.
Oh, I rolled 4 successes if you lost it.
No. I saw one, and I saw a couple of skulls. Was it 1 success?
I can't remember. No, it was 1 success, yeah.
1 success. It just came up on the stream, so I quickly had a look. So, 1 success. Yeah, well, you do hit him. He also has armor. Oh dear, this is not what he hoped for, because his armor is not from his grandfather. But it does help him enough. There you go. There you go. He looks, you paw him, you swipe at him, and he looks down on himself and says, I'm not bleeding. He's quite happy. So, that should take us back to the orcs, though. This guy, he's gonna run. Where's he gonna run? Okay. In the background, guys, you see the other orc running through, opening the door, and running down here, and he's screaming. You're thinking he might be getting some help.
Okay.
And then there's the selfie-facing guy, which is the guy who just hit. Well, he knows that he can't really get out of there very easily. And he's a brave orc, a brave little orc. So he's going to attack you again. And he's got... Oh, look at that.
Wow, God, you're rolling.
He has been rolling really well, that guy.
Yeah.
That's unusual that
Okay,
I
I will try to dodge.
Yeah. With rolling around on the floor or not? Ooh, you take one off, so that's
No.
only 4 damage. And you've got your armor roll.
I got my armor roll.
Talia, it might be time to sing to the bear soon. No, so that means you take 4 damage. 4 damage, is that you go down?
That's me down. That's me down.
That's you down. Oh dear, which means we will have to roll a crit.
Only do a crit. Where's the crit rolls? It's a slash, isn't it?
Oh dear.
Oh. This is one to go person in my game. Yeah, the first combat decapitate. Okay, I do have the lucky talent, so I will do a reroll. Yeah.
Yeah, reroll it. Reroll it. It's 66 again. I was just going to say, oh dear. Slashed mouth. That's slightly better.
Basically, I'm now picturing as you leaned in the original reality, as you leaned in to fight him, instead the orc put his blade beneath your throat and off came your head. In this reality, you only put it far enough that he cut you across the face.
Yeah, there was inches in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I crashed to the floor.
You crash to the floor with a slashed mouth bleeding from the upper lip. Oh dear, that's slightly better than 66 though. Slightly better.
Execute order 66.
So, you are down and out. Interesting. So it all comes back down to Moorbear. The inscrutable guys. Also still going? No, the inscrutable. Which one is inscrutable? Oh, he's running, isn't he? He ran past already. Moor deep. Moorbear. You see your bear mate going down.
I recall him having a spell for that, but I don't know if he can do it while he's a bear.
No, I don't think he can cast while he's a bear.
Yeah, he might have to continue doing bear things.
It was looking so good for you until this one guy turned up with his vicious scimitar.
Yeah. Right. Take that self-effacing orc.
Ooh, that's not bad. That's not bad.
3 damage.
Self-effacing orc. Oh dear, oh dear. He has chainmail. So you're causing 2 damage to him. Yeah, he looks bruised and a bit battered, but he's still standing up. Which takes us to Chalendra.
Okay. So if I put my bow away and grab my shield, that'd be 2 actions, wouldn't it?
If you want to put your bow away properly, yes. If you just want to drop it to the floor, then it's just 1 action.
No dropping. So I get 3 actions in a round, don't I?
Now that's Coriolis. You get a fast and a slow action.
Right, okay. So that would be it. So changing weapons, I'm just stuck here.
All right.
Okay, the only thing I could possibly do would be to put my sword away and then use my firing while moving to move and shoot.
You can do that. But who are you going to... Can you get an angle? Yeah, you could get an angle.
Yeah.
You hear how there's definitely a noise from the bears, an unhappy noise.
I hear a... Right, okay. I'm going to shoot the one that's standing over my Zottel bear.
Mm-hmm. So is it this one here?
Yes, on the left.
Yeah. Rescue your friend, come on.
Okay. He's got armor on, hasn't he?
He has some armor on. He's got some chainmail,
Okay,
I
I
believe.
can use my ability to ignore his armor as
Ooh,
well.
that is a pretty good shot. And you want to use the ability?
Yep.
That's for willpower point, is it?
It is. It costs a willpower point. And he can, for a willpower point, the armor offers no protection against your attack. There you go.
Good heavens. You skewer him, he goes down. You want to describe it any further than that?
I'm picturing standing over, looking at the bear at his feet, raising the sword above his head. Maybe his mouth a bit wide from the heavy exertion, and then suddenly there's a thunk, and all you see is feathers between his teeth. It makes it easy for special effects. And he claps.
Yeah, special effects. I'm not sure I actually have a good one for that.
Well, no, I'm just picturing if you're making a movie. You wouldn't have to show it.
I know.
It's heard a thunk, and then suddenly the actor has a bit of an arrow stuck out of his teeth. And then
fair enough. There is a module called, I think, Blood Splatter or something like this, where you can do lots of stuff like that.
Yeah, a friend of mine uses it occasionally. The map gets very ugly.
Yeah, indeed. I don't want to, destroy my map, which I made, handcrafted in Dungeon Fog.
Yeah.
All this big map here. Okay, well done. You actually have moved to help your mate here, and that's definitely going to help you overall, because it was not looking good. Now I'm a bit more positive again, that you can actually survive this. So that was Talia. Xiatal, you're rolling around on the floor, unless you've got secret tricks up here.
I'm going to call over Talia.
I'm broken, aren't I?
Yeah, you're broken.
I'm going to call over Talia about about Xiatal.
Okay, I shall move in.
Yeah, you can see him. Big furry heap.
I'm going to sling that last orc.
Since I've yet to do it, can someone remind me how using your pride works?
If you fail a roll, you can declare that you want to use your pride, and then you can basically add that roll in. Is it a re-roll?
It's a D12, isn't
it's
it?
just the additional.
It's on your pushed roll. You add a D12.
Yeah. You can do it on the push. You basically have to fail first. That's the idea.
Right.
Yeah. So it's always on a push.
I'm completely out of willpower, so I think I might just have to try a regular healing roll on Xiatal. Whilst this self-effacing jerk is still here.
Yeah. What's your pride, by the way?
Your friends trust you with their lives.
Oh, that would be useful then, yes. That makes sense.
I think that would definitely apply to attempting a healing roll. But let's see how it goes. I mean, if it does go badly, I might gain some willpower, and then I can...
Then you can magic. No, there you go. There you go. You have a success. Do you want to push this? Because one success would give him 1 power back, right? One strength.
It's back. Yeah, 1 strength back. Yeah.
If you pushed it and used your pride, you could get lots back, even though you
can't. Yeah. No, you can't use your pride because you've succeeded in healing. You haven't failed your healing check.
You see, that's one of the things where I'm never quite sure with the rules. Because I think it does say usually you would have to do it on a pushed one. Okay, I just find it puts too much into an edge case for my liking. But yeah, you can still push it though, because you can improve.
Yeah, you can still push it.
And I might actually look this up with a pride. Because I think there is something you can also use your pride to get more successes. From memory. But it's a long time ago that I actually read it. Do you want to push this? It's the first question.
I do want to push it because I could really use some willpower.
Yeah, and hopefully it doesn't go completely and utterly wrong now.
Well.
So, where was I? Player.
Yes, it says once per game session you can activate your pride when you fail a skill roll in a situation where your pride is relevant.
Yeah, so she's not failed it. That's what we're saying. It's page 50 in the book, isn't it?
Yeah. No, page 34.
Yeah.
Once per... it's page 50 for me.
And page 50.
Oh, okay.
When you use your pride, roll a d12 at the result to your roll. You can activate your pride no matter whether you have pushed the roll or not. but you cannot push the roll after using your pride. If you fail despite using your pride, you must erase your pride. So yes, you have to have failed, and you didn't fail as such.
Yeah.
But you don't have to push before you fail, before your pride. That's optional. So you pushed it. You get one.
So you can just roll it straight in there.
You can add it to the roll.
Yeah. The risk you have there, though, is if you don't push it, you're only rolling a single d12.
Yeah.
And therefore your chance of failing that is 50-50.
Yeah, still, you can get lots of extra successes. Anyway, the point is, you get 1 willpower out of this, and you take 1 damage. But, Ziotal, you get 1 strength back.
Looking at this, I think it says that you can if you fail, if you roll your skill, you can and fail, you can then push and include your pride, or you can include your pride when you roll, but you can't push if you failed. So you can basically go, I need to make it.
Yeah, you need to have a failed roll, and then you can decide, I push and include my pride, or I don't push and include my pride. Which for me means you just roll the d12. I think that's probably discussed. I think we're all violently agreeing here.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Ziotal, you're still lying on the floor, but you have 1 strength back.
D12, isn't it?
Oh, I roar, but it's painful to roar because of this slash across my mouth.
It's painful to roar. As you roar and your lip stretches, goes ouch, and you lose the strength and you go down again. All right, so after Talia, Ziotal, that means you can now rise to your feet, and you might even have an action left.
Oh yeah, I'm angry now. Yeah, so I'm just going with my 1 hit point. I'm just going to throw my full force and slash at this orc. No, I'm going to fully miss again.
I've got my ferocious roar here as well. Look.
I can't push that. Can I? No, it'll drop me down.
That would, but you are causing damage.
But I got 1 success though.
You did got one success indeed. So let me just work this out.
He's got loads of armor though.
He's got lots of armor.
He's
But
done well
for
with
some reason, I tricked myself out of being able to click on anything. Oh yes, of course, because I had selected a different toolbar. So it's still the self-effacing you're attacking, yeah? The guy who's causing you all this pain, right?
Yeah, there's one's dead, isn't there? There's only one there, yeah.
Yeah, indeed. So, combat, oops. Let's roll. And, oh well, his armor is really good. Even though he didn't inherit it from his grandfather. Alright, so let me just remove the other guy to avoid confusion, because I get easily confused. Especially when there's a cute kitten around. Alright, so that takes us back to the inscrutable guy who's running away. And you hear, from a distance, a horn sound. Like somebody's been tooting an alarm horn. Going, somewhere from, up north. Down the corridor.
We haven't seen many more orcs, have we?
One of the things, as you were coming around the corner, about here, but if I ping it, this exit down here, you heard that there were lots of sort of settlement noises from down there. So you reckon that's probably the way to the orc settlement, the orc cave. So there will be more orcs about, because you've heard that there's a whole tribe settled here.
What we just do is open the door and let the dragon get them.
This door is actually open. The door to the hall is open, but it's a bit small. You reckon the dragon can't get through it? And you haven't heard him land yet. You just heard him flapping closer.
Yeah. I hate to think how painful fighting a dragon is, considering a bear has 9 dice.
All right. The self-effacing guy here, as he's now really facing lots of you, throws down his weapon and says, "I give up."
Slash!
Well, you can do that, but it takes an empathy roll. And you have to fail it.
I'm happy to do an empathy roll, because I'm angry. He's almost killed me. Oops.
And as a bear, of course, you don't have a lot of empathy.
No, that's my own empathy roll. Do I need to succeed at an empathy roll?
No, you have to fail the empathy roll. And then you can actually kill him. You can't bring yourself to kill him.
Damn!
Damn, I got 2 6s.
Hello, oh shit, to do the negative push.
A negative push, well, you can't get
Yeah,
rid of the
negative
6s.
push
When
it.
you push, you can't get rid of the 6s. Because you wouldn't re-roll them on a push. So no, I don't want you to re-roll that. So you just can't bring yourself to it.
Damn.
You're not that hot-blooded or cold-blooded enough.
That's okay. I can. I draw my sword and chop him.
So you can see how Zyotal Bear is roaring at him, threatening to bite his head off. And
Yeah,
like,
and then he like
I'm going to roar in his
Some-
face. As
some
loud
of
as I
that
can.
blood
Yeah.
splattering into his face from his cut lip.
empty roll. Don't you dare dice. Thank you.
You don't have any empathy. You're cold.
I
You don't have
cold.
cold-blooded as a talent, do you? Look, he's kneeling there. You can just kill him like that.
Okay.
So,
There was a reason for that. His mates are coming, so if we left him alive, he'd tell them where we went.
yeah, quite possibly. So he's no longer in combat. Instead, he is dead.
Right. Now, we've got orcs coming. So we may need to leg it.
You hear from the big hall. You hear some more noises, and you reckon big Scaly is probably back.
Yeah.
Let's not hang around too close.
Can we get through? We can get through, can't we? We can get by without going via the Dragon Hall.
Yeah.
You can. There are various other routes. You just have to tell me which route you want to take. Because
Okay.
hopefully you have enough visibility of the map from what you have previously explored that you can tell me where you want to go.
Yeah, straight north, isn't it?
Yeah, because basically
Straight
we
north.
can go sort of up this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to remember that
No, go straight up.
where
No,
you came
go
in.
straight up this way.
Oh,
Remember that was the water thing there. That's mainly one way. You were trying to fix the mechanism, if I
Oh, is
remember
it?
correctly, but you didn't actually manage to. There's a river running from the north into this, and then running through sort of grades and dropping down at further level.
Right, so there's we'd have to go to one of the other levels, really, wouldn't we, to try and get out?
Yeah.
Okay, which is over here, isn't it?
Over here. Now, there were two routes down. One where you're pinging. Don't know whether the others can see it. One is basically over here. That's, you know, that goes down to some caves. Because the otter was hiding there for a little while. And the other one was down here, which is a steep staircase down. You haven't actually followed that down yet.
Okay, should we go for the staircase? Also, it has a narrow door, so we can barricade it if necessary. Because I think we might need to have a little rest, because we've taken some injuries. So should we come over here, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then we can...
Now, do you want to turn yourself out of a bear back into a normal person?
that might be useful.
Has he got willpower to do that?
Hopefully.
Sue, you're playing the bear. Does he have willpower?
Yeah, well, I think we'll need his actual character sheet for that rather than the bear sheet.
Yeah, I can have a look. He has 4 willpower. So let me just unhide him. He was hiding here all along. It's right next to you. But I'm not sure you've got visibility of it. You can tell me how much you can see.
I can see his sheet.
Okay. So he's got enough willpower for it.
I have no idea what spell he did.
The spell he did was bear form, animal form, but all you have to do basically is to get back out of it. It's just, I think we said it's 1 willpower, so it's just 1d6 for mishap.
Yeah. So he will spend 1 willpower.
If you roll 6, you may be able to cast 1 and do us both.
I can't actually change his willpower. I don't have permission for that.
I can do that. It's fine.
Just roll a
Let him spend 2 willpower and yeah, and then he can do you both. I think that's how we did it last time as well. So it's 2d6 and try not to get any ones. 2d6, whatever.
Yeah, how he did me, he fumbled, didn't he? He mishapped. He didn't he?
You into a bear, yeah. But he got 2-3, so that's fine. You can both return to your normal shapes. And Xiotto, you have a nasty scar on your face. So, you want to basically withdraw quickly now? You want to get out of here quickly?
Yep.
And
so basically, you want to go round rather than through.
You want to go round? You can run yourself. I mean, if you want to go there and then through there, okay, I can follow your pings. Then through the old bed chamber and so on into the back. Right, do you want to run yourself? Or should I just teleport you across?
Oh, I can run. There we go. Oops. Let's close the doors behind us, guys.
Do you want to close them or barricade them?
Barricade might be
I can just move you across, guys. You just tell me which doors you want to barricade, because some of them don't make sense to barricade, but the ones here in the dining room, for example, that would make sense to barricade.
This one here.
This one here.
Yeah, that would be good. We could barricade that one.
Anything where there's large furniture.
There is large furniture, and the door is actually opening into the corridor, though. But you can still put the table up in front of it and put some stuff behind it.
Yeah. So let us continue.
So I'm going to indicate that that one is locked. And then you carry on. You're going the wrong way, though. You need to go through up there.
I thought we were going to the bottom.
Oh, which one's... Sorry, you tell me again, which one? I thought you were going to this one here.
Okay, I'm happy to go to that one there.
But you can tell me. I mean, that's just my understanding.
I thought we were going to go to the bottom left-hand corner.
Bottom left-hand corner. Okay, fine. I need to move you in stages, though. So you're going to be there.
And then down 19A, was that?
19A, yeah.
Is that what we wanted?
Yep.
The ghost waves at you as you go past, like, oh, help me. He seems to be saying, but you just run past him.
Yeah. Did we work out how to help him?
No, because nobody here is able to speak with ghosts.
Okay, and then I'm stopping there unless you want me to move further.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm going to tell you that there's a very steep staircase going down. Narrow steps, yeah, like made for small feet, or certainly not for running down at great speed. But
should we barricade the door next to 19C?
Yeah, okay. You move some furniture. You make some of the filing. You just bring disorder to his files. And the ghost is definitely upset. He's like, no, don't touch those. Yeah, because some of his parchments and so on actually ending up on the floor now. But that's what you do, right? You make a mess. And then the staircase goes very steeply down.
Draw my sword and shield.
Draw your sword and shield. I think, can you see the diagram of the tower now?
Yes, I can see it on the left.
Yeah, okay. Yep. So basically you've been climbing the tower beforehand. You haven't gone down it yet. Oh, you have gone down it actually. But this staircase here is... That's it. It goes all the way down, and actually you emerge at the bottom. There's another door, which you can push open a bit. It opens into the valley.
Right,
into the main valley. It's a hidden door.
We can get out. Otherwise, we could go back to the door up here. Because did we start on 22? We didn't. We started at 18, didn't we?
You shouldn't just be using numbers.
No, I could confuse which way we came in.
You came in at number 1.
All right, so we came in at this level.
You came in at this level, but at number 1 at the top.
Okay, so so we know there's more tower going up. First, we can see it.
Well, it's a river running high.
You have explored the whole tower. You've been up on the platform. You saw this strange raven or crow. Can't remember. You ran away before I could do anything to you because you didn't trust it. You explored all the other chambers, and you even had been at the bottom, I think.
Okay. The only bit we missed was over here on the right, which is really bothering me, but too many orcs.
Completionist. There's the other staircase, but let me just see number 18 where that came from. I think that went down to the crypt, didn't it? That's how you originally got into the necropolis.
Yeah.
I think.
We've explored it.
The way we started number 1, is that at a high? That should be at the same level as 18 if the river's down there.
But the river drops down. That's the thing. There's essentially waterfall. This river goes where you came in. It then drops down underneath the chambers of the old king or queen and runs underneath the rest of it.
Yeah.
So there's actually a level where you can see the river again, but you haven't been there yet, have you? So what have I got for number 18? It's the basement of the Tower of Wisdom. You have looked at it. And there was a secret door going back to 16. That's what it was. 16D.
This staircase here leads down, doesn't it?
Which one? That one does, yeah. That's what I was just saying.
Did we go up and down that one?
You have been down there before, but basically at the bottom there was a storage place. There were some barrels and so on. I don't think you actually looked at those last time.
Let's go have a look.
But then it came back. There was a long ascending staircase and it led back to here.
Oh, yeah, I remember. It was the entranceway to the tomb, wasn't it?
And then from there you went down to the tomb. Yeah. Very complicated. Good old 80s adventure, you know? So, in the barrels. Do you want to have a look?
Yes.
They're small barrels, about yay big. And if you poke one open, you just use a dagger or something to squeeze it open a bit. There seems to be tobacco leaf in it.
Oh. That could be worth something.
It's very old and very dry, but maybe it's worth something. Actually, not that dry, because the barrel was a very good barrel.
Yeah.
Don't want to spoil the little things you can find. What did I write about it? Let's have a look. And this is a nice thing. If you're looking at the stream now, you guys, because it's all in German, so there's still a level of secrecy, even if you can't see my notes. It's basically tobacco for your pipe.
Ah.
And it smells very interesting. Very strong taste to it. Probably worth something.
Yes, let's take some backy with us.
That's a normal item, normal-sized item.
Okay, so let's see how much encumbrance I have left. I have a couple of normal points left, and we can carry extra as long as we're not travelling a long way. How long is it from the tower back to the thing?
When you say the thing, can you be a bit more...
Where we've got horses and stuff.
Well, you got your horses and stuff. Now, for that, I probably need to show you the veil again briefly. Yes. So excuse me if I show you yet another map. Because it can get a little bit... Come on, load. Veil's veil. Activate. So, this was the map, if you remember.
Yep.
Yeah. And if you zoom right here, that's where the old Dwarven city was.
Yeah, but how far
the palace, and you're at the bottom here, where the river comes out now. The thing is that to get back to where you were, you really would have to walk. This is where you found a pass. So you would have to track across there, up to the Golden Lake, and then back down the river to where your horses were.
Right. So what I could do is, I've got find the path special abilities. And can defend myself. I could go and get the horses and go and meet everyone up while everyone else rests.
You could do that.
Or you could try to hide somewhere indoors to rest, because of course the orcs have got the free run of this whole valley.
Yeah, it might be. The thing is, I don't want them to get the. I don't want to lose all the horses.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's why I'm thinking I should go and get them now. Is that about a quarter day's travel?
Yeah, probably. Probably a bit shorter than that, about 2 hours, I reckon. Not even. I mean, if you're fast, and you are quite fast as an elf, aren't you? You could run if I remember correctly. It says meters. The scale isn't right, but yeah, that couple of hours, you should be able to complete the circuit.
So did you want me to use my Path of the Forest special ability and spend a will point so I automatically lead the way?
Yeah.
Cool.
Remember, this is not really a hex map. This is all within a hex. But if you did that, I'd just say you can avoid any patrols.
Yeah.
That way.
Cool. I've spent a willpower point.
So, are you all going to the Golden Lake, or just Chalendra?
If you guys stay here and rest, I can defend myself and move fast, and I'll come back for you.
All right.
Well, if you're sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think we
I'll
should
have you rest.
Indoors.
Are you going to stay indoors in the stairwell or in the cellar, or where are you going to be?
I would stay in the cellar. Have the ghost
In the cellar, so we've got a quick escape route if the orcs come down.
Well, the quick escape from the cellar, if you look... sorry, back to the other one. If you remember the little diagram on the left...
Yeah.
And again... done it again. Just toggle the thing, so I don't have to do this all the time. If you remember the thing, basically, you can see me on the camera. So at the bottom here was the cellar, then there was a stair up, spiral staircase to the library or the archive, and then there was a long staircase outside.
Yeah.
The Boston Gate.
So if you're in the cellar, you don't have an immediate escape. If you were resting in the archive, you would have an immediate escape out. Or you could go up the tower and say...
but what about if we...
Go up the tower then.
What about the base of that diagonal stairwell?
Say again?
Things if you all come into that room, they could block us.
At the top, yeah.
Oh, so yeah, let's give that a go. Let's go upstairs. Let's go upstairs to the top.
Right, let me just pull the right thing again. The right map. Wailer's Keep. And this time I'm toggling navigation so I don't lose it. So, if you can see the map at the bottom left. Yeah, where do you want to stay? 19 is the archive, then 20 was a workshop, I think. 21 was a lab, so no, 20 is a bedroom. 21 was a lab, and 22 is the platform on the top. And 18 is the cellar room where you just found the tobacco, where the secret exit back into the dungeon.
I'm not currently on that map.
But up on 21 at the top.
Why are you not? Come on.
Yeah, I'm on the map, but how about 21 at the top?
Taking its time.
That's better.
It's taking its time. Your GM is taking his time, actually.
What about 22? Up on 22.
22 is the platform at the top. Yeah, and last time you were there, there was a crow sniffing around you, and you decided that you couldn't trust birds, and birds basically were all evil.
21 then. 21 looks okay.
Yeah, you are, of course, if somebody then moves into 19, the stairwell is blocked down. Well, Chalendra is off anyway to the side.
That's fine. We can take care. We can take care of some more.
But you have a couple of windows there, so from there where you are, you might actually see a signal if Chalendra is signaling you from the outside. You might be able to see her from there.
Yep.
All right. So, what are you trying to do while Chalendra is off getting the horses and the mules and the, don't know, it's a whole herd of horses you've got these days, isn't it? What do the others want to do?
I think Mordig will happily watch the whole time. Mordig will happily watch the whole time while the rest of us rest.
Well, he's slightly injured as well. Talia is probably the fittest, isn't she? Yeah.
I've only taken a bit of empathy damage.
Just a little bit. Up to you. So, who wants to stand guard? Moody?
Now I've changed back. How injured am I?
You're just as injured.
I
means you have 1 strength.
Okay.
Yeah, you had one strength as bear, then you have one strength now. I mean, I don't want to dynamically scale it because you might actually end up with a third of a strength rounded down, then you would be dead again.
Yeah.
That would not make sense.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Cool, yeah, I'm quite injured, in fact, as a person.
Just as injured as a bear. You were close to death as a bear.
Oh,
You're close to death now.
I'm down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attribute points.
You need to
I
rest.
need to put my feet up.
You definitely need to rest. Okay, so anything clever you want to do while you're in this tower room? Is there anything more barricading you want to do? I can briefly tell you again what was in this room. That's the Gate of the Dead. It's the wrong blooming note I put on that room. So. Notes. Stone Loom, Bright Vault, Wailer's Hold, Laboratory. That's the right note I need. Not that one. So, yes, this was the lab. In the southern end here, you've got a couple of sort of, what do you call those? Very narrow windows for shooting through.
Oh, arrow slits.
Arrow slits, yeah, about that wide.
Arrow slits.
You've got a little bit of air coming through there if you wanted. There is actually some blocking shutters over it if you want to take them out, but one of them is fallen down anyway. So you get a little bit of fresh air, you get a little bit of light coming through there. The walls are covered in bookcases, mainly smashed up though, and then there were some glasses and some lab equipment lying about. And there was a skeleton in this room as well, with a sort of embroidered, if somewhat decrepit robe. And I think this is where you have already found some powder on this guy, and you found a something else. Can't remember. But you've done that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, you found a little bottle of some healing stuff, didn't you? A healing potion. Somebody took that at the time. And there's actually, now you're spending some time there, you do see that there is one book which is still in decent shape.
Okay, well, a bit of reading time while I'm resting.
You need to sleep.
Unless it's in Dwarven.
It is in Dwarven. But you see from the diagrams, in it, there's some pictures in it. This seems to be a book about brewing beer. Yeah, a lot of the ingredients and so on, you can't actually work out what they say. But looking at the illustrations and the illustrations of some plants and stuff and some of the equipment they're using, this is definitely about brewing some beer.
We might be able to sell it to some dwarves who can read it.
Yeah, well, there's one dwarf in a pub nearby.
Yep. What was their name?
Whose name? The dwarf?
Yeah.
In the pub?
Yeah.
Dwarven.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, and that's in the original.
So potentially useful, but not overly effective for blocking doors with.
A lost recipe for dwarven beer.
Yeah. Very traditional, you know. The Merimanian dwarf would probably be very willing to pay for this. Or you could actually, you were talking about creating a stronghold. Yeah, you could build a brewery.
Mm-hmm.
And license the recipe, and then basically start attracting dwarves from all over the place who come just to your brewery just to buy beer. How about that? Do you ever want to go to this stronghold thing, or do you want to basically just travel the lands?
No, stronghold good.
Yeah, but I know Ziotal has got some plans. He wants to travel far, and he wants to meet sorcerers and stuff.
Yeah,
Having a base.
I think it feels a bit early to create a stronghold.
Okay.
It feels to me as if that's a retirement policy, creating a stronghold.
Well, it's the idea in the game is that you have the stronghold as your basis, but then you can basically build out your stronghold by going on adventures. So you get some more money. You start pacifying the surrounding areas, striking deals with your neighbors, or possibly getting into conflict with your neighbors. So it's putting down roots somewhere, but that does not mean that the adventuring stops there. It's your basis. Your base you start from. It's Mutant Year Zero is strongest. There they call it the Arc, and there's a whole basically an element of building out the Arc and making a bit of troop play, so you can have more characters as well, and then people stay at the base, and then other people go out on a mission. It's quite cool. And I've just been reading the Dune role playing book, and a lot of that is what they call the house play. The council phase, where you as a house get together and you plot what we want to do over the next year, and that then sets the framework for the adventures you're going to have. I quite like the idea.
Yeah, so as a sorcerer, my view of a stronghold is a tower on an island, whereas the others will probably have a different view on their strongholds.
That reminds me of old D&D as well.
I'd be quite happy with the tower if we could install a pub at the bottom.
A pub in the bottom. Yeah, but then you need people. Yeah, and I think your sorcerer is saying he wants to be a recluse.
The thing is, if we have
a really tall tower,
if we
had a recluse at the top.
Yeah, if we had a keep in a village, we could have a tower we could have our wizard's tower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We could have our dwarven druid garden.
Yeah, could do that.
We could have our theatre for our bard.
I think your dwarven druid would be very keen to actually have a zoo as well.
Full of bears.
Yeah.
Full of bears that he's converted from humans.
That's dark.
That is a bit bear.
All the villagers, in fact, they were once villagers and now bears.
I'm gonna have to steal that idea.
That is quite dark.
Yeah, so come to this nice village. Oh, sorry, there's no people there. They're all in the zoo.
Yeah. I'm at a number.
Guarding my fortress.
All right, so you rest up a little bit. I think what I'm going to do, Chalendra, you make your way up the valley, up the vale, along where the Golden Lake where you left your horses. I didn't keep terribly good track of time, but it's an evening. It's a spring evening, so it's a bit darkish, and you come upon where your horses are. How many horses have you got with you? Is it one horse each plus a pack horse or something? Or two donkeys? So you've got Eddie and Elgorod, the donkeys, and then you have a riding horse each. 1, 2, 3.
Spares. We hadn't actually managed to sort them out yet.
Remember, you could have left them. You might even have left them at the inn where the dwarf was waiting.
Yeah, we left.
We left them at the inn, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes, you left.
I think we just took. We must have taken the mules with us, maybe.
You probably took, a donkey or something, or two. I don't think you would have taken them all. That wouldn't make sense.
Yeah. Taking the donkeys to carry any loot, and it's because it's hilly and mountainous terrain. The chances of breaking a horse's leg is a bit.
Yeah, they break like anything. Horses do.
Mm-hmm. And they'd be, no, my horse!
They're clinging for a horse. All right, so you basically get your 2 donkeys, and as you move back, you hear, with your pointy ears, an orc conversation somewhere close by.
Okay.
Somewhere from, you reckon, behind you. So that you reckon that they must be looking for people. They must be, because you have alarmed them and you have killed some of their brethren, they seem to be looking for people now. So how are you going to do that? How are you going to evade them?
Right. Well, hopefully there's a small number of people. A small number.
You hear maybe 2 different voices or so.
Okay.
Yeah, the other 14 are not talking.
Okay, so I'm gonna get the donkeys to stay and creep back so I can see how many there are. If there is a large band, then I'm in trouble and my plans change. But if there's like 2, I might be able to sneak up on them and take them out and then flee so they could before they sound the alarm.
All right. Let's say, have I got a battle map for something foresty? Forest Road. We've done the Forest Road and Forest Camp. Don't have one right there, do I? Let me just have a quick look at my compendium. Did I create any other maps in my compendium that could be useful? Yeah, this is where improvising sometimes is a bit daft. Let's see. I'm sure I've got something. Cliff Pass, River, Forest. Let's use this one. So, quickly imported map without having looked at it beforehand in detail. I'm just going to move you across. Or do the others want to watch? And all come across. Yeah, I'll pull you all across. You can watch in your dreams. And there we go. Hopefully you can see a beautiful forest glade. And
I do not have any tokens on this scene.
Oh yeah, we'll work on that. But actually I'm going to switch the token vision off. Because we don't need token vision on a small map like this. How about now? Can you see something now?
I can see.
Good.
Yep.
Isn't it nice? So, and then we're going to toss on here Chalendra. And a couple of donkeys. Algarot. It's a bit small, Algarot is. And Eddie. Untrustworthy Algarot. Right. So. Okay, so there are a couple of orcs at the far end of the clearing. And they're sniffing around, and they're looking around, and they're talking in their guttural language that you unfortunately do not understand. You don't speak Orc, I believe.
No, not to my knowledge.
Yeah, I need to sort out these tokens for your donkeys as well. They look a bit small, don't they? Compared to you. Right, a couple of orcs, and then we can go. So, what shall we have? Shall we have a hollow?
I can hear the orcs, but not see them.
You can see them.
Ah, there they are.
Now you've basically snuck into your little bush here. You are able to see them across the veil, and they are sniffing around and they're looking around and saying, "Oh, what do you think?" Well, you don't know what they say.
Yes. Okay.
No, it's relatively open, but you could see where they're going. It's 80 feet. Oh, this is a feet map. I don't do feet. What's 80 feet, guys? It's under 30 meters anyway, isn't it?
27 meters. It's 27 yards. So
Yeah, it's about
25.
20.
I don't do feet, I say, and he explains it in yards.
I was converting it. So
yeah, that helps. Yards, that doesn't really help me either. I know what it is. There we go. I've converted. It's 22.5 meters, roughly.
Yeah.
I've just changed the unit on the map. Yeah, you've got a little puddle there as well, which has got a beautiful shimmer around it.
Does look good.
Yeah, doesn't it?
God, that's like.
So, what you want to do? I'm gonna
Right.
come for you.
Um,
Click on the wrong thing.
okay. Now, I could be crazy and I could basically shoot them and then start running at them. Or are they walking this way?
Currently, they're hovering there. You could wait a little bit and see whether...
Yeah, but basically I need to get past them to continue, don't I?
You could... Yeah, basically. You could see whether you can find a long way around somewhere. You definitely see whether you can evade them, but it's difficult because you've got 2 donkeys with you, and the donkeys are not necessarily known for being very stealthy or aware of having to be quiet and hiding. And it's hard to talk to donkeys if you're not a druid.
Even ninja donkeys, it's just.
Yeah, actually, if you had your dwarven druid with you, he would probably be able to just talk to them and say, "You need to be really quiet, okay?"
Yes.
So we've now got properly sized donkeys as well. So they're talking to each other, and then they start moving. We're starting to move down here.
Okay. Right. And this is an open clearing, isn't it?
Who just put the blood on the map?
It's not me.
Stop messing about. This is an open clearing. You are well hidden, and they are not expecting you to be there, so I won't make your roll yet. But yeah. Do you withdraw, or do you think you can take 2 orcs?
I think I can take them.
You think you can take them? Somebody's already putting fire to them.
That's me.
I know this is going to be Martin. Admit it, Martin.
Oh, my point is down here.
Yeah.
Right, so what my plan is, I'm going to shoot my bow and then move out and then keep shooting until I get close.
You haven't got the 2 shots in 1 round yet, have you?
No.
No, not yet.
Hence why I'm going to shoot, move, and then next round shoot. Hopefully I can surprise them.
Okay, I mean, I don't want to question your tactics or anything, but wouldn't it be better to shoot and see what happens and then shoot again?
Yeah.
Or do you think that one of them might run away?
Thing is, what I don't want them to do is to call. So that's to
All
call
right.
reinforcements. That's why I'm trying to get rid of them.
So shoot and run then. On you go.
Yes. So,
What could possibly go wrong?
lots. You said I can move 10, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. And then this is at friendly. Yeah, sorry. Friendly. Oh. Okay, I hit him once. I'm not pushing that one.
With all those dice, you only hit once. Okay, so you're going to... Why do you have to attack the friendly one? He's just sitting there all by himself, being friendly. But he has got armor on, even though he wasn't necessarily aware of you. Actually, that's fair enough. You should really have a free attack first.
For that, actually.
We should do initiative and stuff like that before we actually start, shouldn't we?
Oh, okay.
So, I'll put you on. Shall I roll for everybody?
Please.
Actually, you are first.
Okay, that's good.
That is good, but you also get a free attack initially because you are actually surprising them.
Yeah, so I'm going to use my willpower point to bypass his armor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, down to 4. So he just takes 1 damage, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, I'm afraid so. Your longbow only causes 1 damage, so that's it. 1 damage, okay. At least it's a damage. He shouts and screams. But yeah, that was your free attack. You still have another one because you're at the beginning of the initiative order.
Okay, so do I have a move and attack or just another attack?
You have a move and attack. You had a complete free attack, and now you have to move in the attack.
Okay, so to draw a weapon is a fast action, so you can't move, attack, and draw, can you?
No, I don't think you can.
No, just checking.
I'm sure if you looked really carefully at the rules, you would have a more definite answer than I'm currently giving you.
So I shoot Mr. Friendly again.
No, it's a fast action, isn't it? Unless there's a talent.
Yeah.
There's quick
those
draw.
you do.
Quick draw talent. Ooh, what's that?
One hit again.
Okay. One hit again.
Yeah, and I think this might get important, so I'm going to push it. Please don't take all my... No, I'm not going to risk it. My brain just...
Yeah, you're causing the damage.
Yep. And then...
And then you're moving right up close and personal.
Yeah.
That is
So
brave.
I can move and shoot, and then with my fast action, I'm saving it to. I draw my sword.
All right. So you have a weapon ready.
Yes, and I get a free parry.
You get a free parry. Okay. So let's see. The next one is a friendly. I'm sorry, I haven't even begun combat yet. Now, the friendly guy is not so friendly anymore. Should really change his title to unfriendly. Because you just were nasty to him. He gets a scimitar out. Yes, he's one of those scimitar warriors.
Ah.
So... And he would manage to hit you.
Okay.
You want to parry with shield?
Yes, I want to parry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. On you go.
Don't get a... This can't be right.
There's no plus minus now.
Parry is a combination of your strength plus your melee, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a melee and gear bonus of a shield, I believe.
Okay, I have +1 bonus to parry for defender. And sword fighter gives me +1 bonus.
This is piling on all the extra bonus.
Yeah, and defender gives me the free parry. So that should be strength plus melee +2. But when I clicked on the parry action, it's given me the gear bonus for the sword. It can't be right.
Have you got a shield in your inventory?
I do have a shield in my inventory.
And has it got a parry icon next to it?
No.
Aha. Okay, let's just see whether we can solve this. IT troubleshooting, as always, is very, very exciting to watch. Because the thing is that it puts the armor here as an armor. Sorry, the shield as an armor. You can't use it as a weapon, and you can't parry with armor.
I'm not carrying my shield at the moment. It's not equipped it.
Oh, okay. In that case, yeah. If you're parrying with a weapon,
should I get the gear bonus from the weapon?
Yes.
Okay,
I believe so. If you click on parry,
yeah,
it will give you 5 strength, 2 melee, 2 gear, D8 artifact.
Yeah, that's the. I think it's adding that because it's on the sword. So
yeah, you may have to get rid of that for the parry.
3, which I think is wrong as well. So I think it should be 2.
The modifier, I would actually put that in as a skill dice. It might come out right, but if it doesn't come out right, then next time we know to put it in the skill dice.
Okay, so add that in equivalent to the melee, so it's 5 + 4 + 2.
Yeah, on you go.
Okay.
Oh, and there's not a single success on it.
No.
Damn, eh?
So I get to roll my armor now, don't I?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't... Oh, there you go, that's correct. No! So I take 1 damage.
You take 1 damage.
Oh.
1 strength damage. I just realized I probably have given them too much armor, these guys. They're not quite as heavily armored as that.
No, damage 2. Damage 2. Yeah, also damage 2.
Damage 2. Damage 2, that's right. Yeah.
I take armor damage, don't I?
Yes, you take one bonus armor damage. That's right. You've got a skull on your armor and something came through. That's always a bit messy, that bit.
So now I lose a point, don't I?
Yeah, isn't it?
Yep.
There we go.
Oh dear, that's not a good start, is it? So,
No.
the ugly Zuck Orc is also trying to attack you. Let me just make sure that I get him the right gear, because, yeah, that's about right. So, he's going to attack you. There we go. Oh,
Has some damage.
so the first parry was a free parry, was it?
Yes.
So you still have an opportunity to parry or to dodge?
No, I would have to. I don't have any actions left.
Okay, in that case, that's fine. 2 damage. Oh dear. Time for your armor roll again.
It's just armor then. Yes, armor. You get armor again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, I think I'm going to push that.
It's not a skill roll. You can't push an armor roll.
That's
Can
okay.
you?
It's come up with push.
Can it?
You can't push armor, yeah.
No, I don't think you can push armor.
Okay, no worries.
I don't think you can normally push armor. Yeah.
So
So-
2 more damage, yes?
2 more damage. Oh dear.
Yeah.
How much strength have you got? You had 5, right?
Yeah, I've got 2 left now.
Oh dear. I think you might, if this doesn't improve quickly, you might actually end up being a prisoner and see the other part of the Orc town that you wanted to see.
Okay, so it's my action now.
So, yeah, it's
He's
your
also
action now.
quite tough.
Okay, I attack, and I'm going to attack first Mr. Friendly,
Yeah.
because I've got 2 attacks.
Although I don't need to change this a little bit.
Jesus, come on, guys.
You don't want to push that, do you?
It's not worth pushing. And then,
Hmm.
Was that such a wise thing?
it's not worth pushing. And the second one.
Well, one hit you down. That's the problem, isn't it? One hit you down.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so there you go, I've hit.
You have hit. Okay, 2 damage to this guy. Right, I'm gonna rule you. You're actually hitting him for 2 damage. But he's still standing. So he's now gonna hit you back. And they are definitely shouting at each other. They're trying to make a plan of some sort. They're communicating with each other. So he's going to attack you again. And he, of course, is impacted by his injury. But he would actually be able to hit you.
Okay, I'm going to parry, because I've got a free parry and I've got an action left to parry.
Go on. Oh, you parry it. Well done. This one you have parried. This is getting very close to the wire for you. And then the other guy. He's also attacking you because there's no other targets anywhere. And he misses you.
Right, then a new round.
It's your turn again.
Okay, Mr. Friendly.
Mr. Friendly. He is worse for wear. Oh, look at that. 3 damage. 3 damage. Okay, quick roll on here. Means 2 damage come through.
Whew.
Which means he goes down.
Okay. And
Yeah,
then
you
it's
jump on top of the tree or something, and then you hit him and you basically slice into his shoulder. He drops his scimitar, he cries, and he goes down. So,
I wish I'd made my pride less specific to only arrow. But
next time. You can always modify your pride, but not in the middle of a fight. I think that would be unfair.
okay, and Mr. Ugly.
For your second attack. Ooh, look at that. That artifact dice is coming through for you, isn't it?
It is, yes.
So, has he got luck on his armor? Still gets 2 damage on it, Mr. Ugly. And
Did
he's
cost me
ugly
15
enough.
XP to get.
Sorry?
Did cost me a total of 18 XP.
Yeah, it's not cheap. I know. We've been playing for a little while, so you've got enough XP. And you've earned it, I'm sure you have. So, that means he's still standing, though.
Yeah. Okay. His attack.
Yeah, let me just do something briefly. I think I'm going to bother, because this is going to the wire. Normally I wouldn't do armor damage for NPCs, but this time it might matter. So his attack Da-da-da. He swings at you. He's definitely upset that you hurt his friend. And he hits you.
Parry.
This could get very hairy now. You still have your parry.
Hey, can I push a parry?
You can push a parry. Which means that your weapon that you're parrying with
has taken 2 damage.
takes 2 damage.
Okay, let's have a look.
Broken, isn't it?
That's
Okay,
your sword, isn't it?
Yeah, does that mean it's broken?
It needs repair. Until it gets repaired, you will not get any gear bonus from it.
Ah, but I can hit him.
You can hit
So you
him.
can use it still, but if you...
If it gets damaged, it's broken.
Yeah.
Mattia, who's watching
but
this
how
again, is saying,
you
they
can't damage
won't
it because
capture
you
me
roll
alive.
gear dice.
Sorry, say it again, you can't?
Well, effectively, you can't damage it further with the game system as is because you're not rolling any gear dice to damage it. So I think it's just deemed as unusable. Is it unusable now?
I would
I'm
say
not sure about
it's
that.
usable without any gear bonus. So it's basically the toughest sword you can have.
Yeah.
The question is whether you still have the artifact die for attacking it.
That's done by skill.
Oh, in that case, yes. If it's a skill rather than a sword die.
Okay, so first attack.
Oh, okay. Okay. You do hit him. Do you want to push that?
No. And then my second attack.
Let me just in between roll my... Oh, look at that. That's a bit better. 4 damage for the second one. First attack armor. His armor helps him against the first one. Second one, it doesn't help him anymore. So you have 4 damage, you basically cleave him.
How do you get 2 attacks on him? What skill gives you that?
I sword fighter, level 3.
So well done. You are severely injured, but you managed to slaughter both of these orcs.
Yeah, I'm also going to not risk my broadsword.
They are both groaning and lolling about. Actually, this one is dead, but the other one is still groaning and lolling about. That one is gone. So, do you want to kill him again or not?
Yes.
You are evil. You're supposed to be...
I decided this character is brutal.
You're supposed to be a hero, not an evil person.
Yeah, well, it's practical. You know, good where I can be, but quick search.
I'm virtuous when it doesn't cost me anything.
Sword fighter doesn't give you 2 attacks.
Hero, you see, so.
Martin, sorry?
Yeah, the sword fighter doesn't give you 2 attacks. It allows you to attack 2 enemies, like you were doing at first. But when there's a single enemy, it's only single attacks.
Oh, well.
My apologies. I should have been doing it one against each of them. Then.
Yeah, next time we know.
Yeah, I just know players in my group have got sword fighter skill, and I don't remember 2 attacks on
My
it.
apologies. I know where I got the mistake.
Yeah. So you do your fire first because you had 2 enemies. Yeah. So you're good if you attack multiple enemies.
Right, I give them a quick search. They got anything on them?
They've got weapons on them. They've got a scimitar each. They don't have any money on them as such. They've got some food on them, which is not necessarily what you would call good cooking, but it's orcish tastes. Orcish cuisine.
I grab the scimitars, might as well. Put them on the donkey.
Are you going to bury the bodies or leave them there?
I'm going to drag them into the bushes. I don't have time to bury them.
Right, drag them into the bush. Even the groaning guy. Are you trying to kill him still? Then you have to do your empathy roll again.
Oh, yeah.
And failed it, remember?
Yep.
Cold-hearted elf. Yeah, frost elf. Heart of ice. Indeed. Yeah. Okay, you kill them both.
So there you go. Melee weapon, scimitar. they're worth quite a bit. So they. What sort of armor are they wearing, by the way?
One of them had. Sorry, I just got rid of them. One of them had a chainmail, somewhat damaged by you. The other one had studded leather armor.
Okay, I just need to repair my chain at some point. Okay, I'm going to rejoin everyone else.
Right, now both of the donkeys are looking at you with different eyes now. Yeah, they've just seen you kill a helpless orc, and they're both looking very disappointedly at you.
It's I had to do that, donkeys. Otherwise, we could be at risk, and I wouldn't want you to be hurt.
Okay, so that was a little intermezzo, just for
Yeah, Mark,
Chalendra.
you do know those donkeys. Those donkeys are humans. They got changed to donkey by Mordeep.
Shh, that's a secret. Nobody knows that. Right, where do I put you back to? I think I'm going to take you back to the overview map. That's probably the most sensible for now. The outside map. If I can find it. This one here. So, what happened there? Nothing sensible anyway. That's what I want. So we're back on this map. You're coming around. You are somewhat damaged, as I said. You're dragging yourself back around and through the mountain pass with the donkeys behind you. And you are approaching the secret entrance again. Yeah, the secret entrance into the archive, the steep staircase. I guess you leave the donkeys outside at the bottom?
Yeah, I make the sound of a dying giraffe.
Whatever that means.
Have you not seen South Park the movie?
To be
Is that
honest,
where that comes from?
I watched South Park a little bit, but I really never connected to it.
South Park the movie isn't bad.
It's just too screechy and too rude for me.
Yeah.
If I want that, I just teach. I teach teenagers every day, all day, and that's exactly my experience. Not quite.
At some point, someone is standing on watch, and they basically make the sound of a dying giraffe. That's the sound.
There was one thing I liked about it, which was, oh my god, they killed Kenny.
Yeah.
I liked
later on in a series, they actually build that in, and he says that he dies every time, and he's reborn the next day, and no one talks about it. It all gets Cthulhu involved and all sorts.
Okay. You can make a Tales from the Loop adventure out of that. South Park Tales from the Loop.
But there's an interesting bit. They're playing superheroes, and Kenny's being Mysterion, who's basically brooding, and Cartman is being the coon, not being racist at all. And Cartman then decides that he really doesn't like everyone else being heroes, so he gets on the side of Cthulhu. And one of the kids is playing Mintberry Crunch, a superhero whose powers are from breakfast cereal that are both minty and berry. And like a hologram appears in front of them all going, there's a reason you've got your powers. And Kenny's going, yes, yes. And it turns out it's Mintberry Crunch. And it's actually a hell of a lot. But anyway, sorry.
Our YouTube comment, by the way, is Chalendra's pride should be the two donkeys. Nobody hurts my donkeys. Something like that. All right, let's just bring that together. Now, you guys have been resting in the tower.
Yep.
Let me just say that, yes, you were fine. You heard some movement, some far way off, whoever was guarding, probably Mordeep. But they didn't come into the tower. Yeah, so they didn't come and annoy you, which means you can be fully rested.
I can have my empathy back.
You can have your empathy back.
Good.
Which actually, timing-wise, and where we are in the session, might give us a good moment for tea break.
Yep.
If you want to have one. Shall we do a few minutes of tea break?
Yes.
Because I need to top up my pot here. It's all empty.
Yeah, I may have to quick pop out and take my daughter's friends back, so I may be gone 10 minutes. So just start without me, I'll rejoin.
10 minutes sounds good. Yeah, but I'll probably be back in about 5. So
Okay.
see you in 5.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. And on page 104 of the PDF, it says see page 90 for the weapon qualities explanation. And there isn't one.
Are you sure? Now, which PDF are you looking at? Are you looking at the first edition or second edition?
Second printing.
Second printing. So, and then you've got page 90, close combat, weapons, gear bonus, shield stance, actions, reactive actions. Now, okay, if you go to there's, I think, an index right at the end.
There is.
And if you look there at weapons qualities.
Okay, weapon...
Weapon features is page 100, it says.
Yeah, and when I had a look on page 100...
Weapon attributes, grip, bonus, damage. Range, cost, features. How are they used? It explains close combat. Oh, that's the 90.
Yes. And when you look around, it's like on close combat.
Yeah.
So there it is. There we go. You've got your different types of attack. Where is it? Where is it?
I just realized I put the wrong scene on. That's the one I wanted.
Page 95. No, that's the combat cards. Okay.
Slow actions, fast actions, range categories. Now I do have a list of that. Of the features, so I have done it.
Yeah, because I had a look. I noticed that Scimitar had hook. And I noticed that hook appears under a different...
So hook means you can do a grapple attack with it.
Yeah.
I'm just doing a full text search for hook now. Features indicate... So we light, heavy, edged, pointed, blunt. So light and heavy are just how much they weigh.
Yeah.
Edged is that it's slashing. Pointed, it's stabbing. Blunt is slashing. Parrying allows you that it parries. And hook is grapple. So if I guess if you look under the close combat under grapple, then it will say something like you need to do this.
Well, I think I saw it. Yeah.
As an action, and your weapon will need it.
Yeah, it was surprised because I was just looking up whether my weapon is broken and whether I need to buy a new one.
And what did you find out from that?
I couldn't find it. I could not find anything about damage to equipment.
Damage to gear bonus. It's in there. And now I've read it.
Gear bonus, that's the phrase. Let's have a look under gear.
Gear bonus and damage to gear.
Because as much as I don't want to... So 36.
Now I look into my Foundry because in Foundry I've got a lot of the rules as well.
36, 40.
I'm going to use that. So player's handbook. Combatant damage. Gear.
Gear gets warm. Oh, I shouldn't have been able to use the sword when it got to 0.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, page 50 of the PDF.
In my own rules reference, I've got some stuff about that.
There's a chance the dice never gets repaired.
There's a chance that you can't get it repaired, yeah.
Yeah, and it loses its bonus forever.
If the repair fails.
Yeah.
I know that bitch.
Cool. No, I didn't notice that bit. Yeah, because I need to repair my chainmail and I need to repair my sword.
It can get very expensive, that, can't it?
Yeah, we've got some money, so that's the thing. At the moment, I don't think we have enough money for a stronghold. I think once we've got like a...
You just plundered the dragon's hoard. What are you talking about?
Oh, I don't know how much we got from that.
We haven't quite determined that yet, I think.
Yeah.
Because I need to come up
Dragons, I'm betting, considering how lethal this game is, I'm betting dragons in awful.
This is one of the stingiest games I've ever played.
Yeah.
So if you look at the original 1980s write-up of this game, I think, from memory, the tobacco that you just found, by itself, it claims to be, for the right person, 200 gold.
Yeah. It's an old D&D adventure.
No, so it's roughly the factor of, what? Exchange rate, 200 Midgard gold is probably something like 2 gold here. Maybe 4.
Games. It's like it's like I remember D&D. It said the average peasant earns 1 silver piece a day.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have a look at things, and like beer is 3 copper. It's like, okay, and then you start looking at things. It's like a knife is 2 gold. Yeah, the economy in D&D doesn't work. And the original, before Pathfinder and 5th edition, where they actually sorted out how much stuff costs, it was like,
let us have a short scene, so we don't just talk about rules the whole time.
Yeah.
With Xiotal still a bit snoozy and actually studying the book about Dwarven brewing, you have just come back somewhat injured. What does it look like, Chalendra, as you drag yourself up the stairs and you enter the camp that the others have set up? What does that look like?
Right, well, my chain is even more tattered than before. Rents that are or definitely need repairing. My hair is a little mussed, and I'm definitely looking tired. And there's obviously some blood soaked into my clothes from the nasty slashes. However, I'm feeling brave and heroic, and the splatter of orc blood across my face where I executed them, I haven't noticed.
Sorry, say it again?
The splatter of orc blood where I executed that unconscious guy, I haven't actually noticed.
You haven't cleaned it off?
No. So I'm looking quite rough.
So, what's Tadia's comment as you come in?
I will scream in horror.
I had a little trouble.
Are you okay?
Do
you still have all your body parts? Is everything attached?
I'm feeling a little weak. I'd definitely appreciate a soothing song if you had one, or if Moadib, probably a soothing song might be better.
Looks like you could use a bath as well.
Yeah. I want a bath. I want to wash my hair. I want my clothes and my armor repaired, and I broke my sword.
Oh no!
I broke my sword.
I've had to go to my backup sword.
You remember you just got a couple of scimitars as well, didn't you?
Yes. They're on the donkey.
Right. So the donkeys can fight.
Now the war donkey. You know those cars with the spikes on the wheels?
Yes.
So
you put the scimitar on the hoof, so
yeah. Yeah, he's cosplaying as a Pegasus.
I see.
Oh, with scimitars for wings.
I sort of sit down tiredly, aches on my face, and have a nice drink. I should actually probably roll for food and water.
Yep, I'll be giving you a shoulder rub.
That's fine. And that's fine.
Yeah, actually, food and water is a good time for everybody because it's the evening now.
Yep.
Oh. So, have you guys had any trouble?
No, we've had a nice rest and read a book.
Ah. Well, I had the donkeys. They were absolutely fine.
Good. Oh, somebody lost some water there. Are you back, Martin?
If he's back, he's on mute.
He's not muted, but just somebody rolled, or did I roll for him?
You may have rolled for him.
It says Martin here. Food and water. Well, if you're back, let us know. So, what else? Oh, he's reconnecting to Discord, so I think that's what it was.
So luckily, I didn't see any dragons flying around there, but
Not right now.
Do seem to be on patrol. We may actually need to rest a bit before we head out to let them quieten down a bit.
Well, if you wait for nightfall, like proper dark, it's a very slim moon tonight. If you want to move at night, wait a couple of hours.
Right. Would that be another quarter? Or
an hour. No, just an hour. Just an hour, actually, because you have been up and down there. So it's probably, actually, no, I'd said it was dusky when you were at the lake. So it would be under the cover of darkness if you left now.
Okay. So is there any chance of a soothing back rub? Does that count as a soothing song?
Only if I sing at the same time.
Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Firmly established in our household know that song.
Probably a bad idea then to sing, isn't it? When we're in hiding.
Right now, you think you're safe in that, or reasonably safe in that tower.
Right,
You haven't had any.
We could stay here overnight, couldn't we?
You could.
Yeah, I actually think that might be a good idea.
There's no urgency to leave straight away, is there?
No, there isn't.
No.
I'm also quite worse for wear.
All right, so gonna set up a camp again, a proper camp. I mean, it's all safe there. It's not a problem. You're indoors. I won't make you roll for that. But yeah, who's gonna be watching? Because I don't think Moordeep wants to watch again. We did the first time.
No, I can watch.
All right.
As I've just had a rest.
You just had a rest, but have you had a sleep?
Yeah, I thought I couldn't read a book anyways in Dwarvish, so I would have slept then.
Okay.
While Moordeep was watching.
As long as you have a sleep a day, then that's fine. You don't get sleepy.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are we going to do? We are going to have you watch. Can you do me a scouting roll? And the others, while you do the scouting roll, can tell me what you want to do. Do you want to bed down and sleep, or is there anything else?
I'm going to bed down and sleep. I definitely need to sleep.
You need to sleep.
I'm going to sleep.
You probably get your bandages on as well. You get some of your damage looked after.
I'm actually thinking of spending one of my willpower points to getting a full heal.
Ah, your meditation thing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
And Ziotar, I don't think that didn't. Oh, it did work. Ziotar, we didn't discuss how long your critical injury would last, right? Your cut.
Oh no, it was D6. It was D6, wasn't it?
D6 days, yeah.
I think it's halved because I healed you straight away.
Yeah. I'm still nursing. I've still got 4 more days off hobbling around with a speared thigh, remember?
Mm-hmm.
So I've got an extra 3 days of a wound around my mouth.
We can put you on one of the donkeys if you like.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, just strap you on. Tummy down. Over the back. Okay, so you've got 3 days on top of this. You can grab, if you scroll up again, you can grab the critical and put it on your sheet as a reminder.
Oh yeah, I've not managed to succeed in doing that.
No?
You said that last time and I couldn't drag anything onto my sheet.
Aw. Shall I do it for you? Shall I injure you?
Mm-hmm.
So, Ziotal, you're there, and it is under combat, isn't it? Yeah, critical injuries. And...
Oh yeah.
No,
Do you want to...
Can you find it again?
I know the thigh, the speared thigh as well.
Oh, that could be... I've got this one here. Let's see. That's on.
Yeah.
Decapitation I found. I could put that on.
No, you've got to scroll up.
I'm working on it.
A bit.
That was a joke. Broadsword, chainmail, paw. Mishaps. Was that before the mishaps? Must have been. Earthquake spell.
It was before that.
Roll for initiative. Oh, when was that? I can't find it.
Ah. It's parry with a weapon is -2. Parry with a shield +2.
It depends on the weapon. Ah, what have you found there? Hang on a second, my cat has brought something up.
Punctured lung? No, it wasn't a punctured lung. It was in who had the punctured lung? Oh no, it was
that was me.
Okay, I found it in powder thigh. Let me try and drag it across. Yeah, I've done it. It's fine. 28 days ago that was. Healing time, let me just put that to 4 days. And slash mouth to 3 days. Okay, done.
That's alright, just a glasses cleaning cloth. She's hunted. I was wondering, because she's not allowed out yet. I mean, how's she going to find a mouse in our house? No such thing. So what did I miss? You found your
I found it and dragged it onto my code sheet.
Good. Probably the easiest way would have been to find it from the table.
Yeah, so it was 28 days ago that was.
It's a long time ago. I might actually have cleared out the chat at some point.
Session before last. Yeah.
Right. So yes, you have succeeded in your scouting roll. So I just need to see whether there is going to be an encounter. Interesting. No, that doesn't make any sense at all. So, in the middle of the night, as you're holding your watch, you see that the ghost from the archive downstairs is drifting through the ceiling.
Oh. Okay. Drifting through the ceiling from above?
From below. Through the floor. I mean, through his ceiling.
Okay. Through the floor.
Through the floor, he comes in and he hovers around the skeleton that's still lying there.
Yeah. This is the skeleton that we found the healing salve on there was.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he's just looking at you, staring at you the whole time.
I just worked it out. Those are his bones. He wants a burial.
Could be. Does he look like the shape, the bones, the same size?
Yeah,
yeah.
That would work.
And is he kind of hovering around, looking at them pleadingly and looking at me as if to say, do something with my bones?
Not really. He's just hovering there and he is staring at you, which is a bit unnerving.
I'll walk over to him.
Okay.
And kind of hold my hands out, to kind of as if I'm asking him, "What do you want?" I'll point at the bones.
He's pointing at the bones too.
And I'll pretend. I'll make a symbol of pretending I'm digging a grave, and shake my head and then nod my head.
You shake your head and you nod your head.
Yeah, as if like yes or no. That's kind of what I'm trying to intimate. Does he want me to bury the bones in simple terms?
Okay, eventually it takes a while for you to gesture this out to make it a charade. But yeah, it looks like he does want them to be buried. But he's pointing he's pointing downstairs, like he wants them to be carried to the archive somewhere. Maybe he doesn't want them buried, maybe he wants them archived. Filed under B for bones or S for skeleton.
Okay. Well, we seem to be quite safe in here at the moment, and the archive's directly below here, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll pick up the skeleton quietly and start taking it downstairs, letting him lead the way.
Okay, yeah. Well, he actually just drifts to the floor again.
Yeah.
Or ceiling. No, it's floor this time.
Okay. And head down to the archive, which is directly below, isn't it? Two floors below.
It is directly below. I probably should go back to the right map again. Makes it easier.
Yeah, as long as I can see the stairwell, and therefore no sneaky orc is trying to sneak upstairs to slit the throat of the group.
I'm sure they wouldn't dare to attack you.
I'm sure they wouldn't.
No, they wouldn't. So you're on this map again.
Yeah. So I'm going down to 19, aren't I?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were at 21. You're going
21.
down to 19.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, 19 is basically on the main map, off to the right a little bit.
Yeah.
So let me just find him. And you basically, what he does is, over here, he hovers. Oh, there's the ghost as well. He hovers over this chest here.
Okay.
Or next to it. And this chest
used
used to be
down.
really nice. Wood sort of paneling on the top, but it has been smashed. But that's where he points.
Okay. I'll put the bones down. I'll go and open the chest. I'll see what's in there.
Just some debris. Whatever was in there was probably taken out.
Okay. Well, I'll just clear out any debris in there, and then I'll lay the bones in there.
Lay the bones. Okay.
And then I'll lay some sort of cloth over it if there's anything suitable.
There's not a lot of cloth. There's the remnants of this star-embroidered robe that he was wearing, that the skeleton was wearing.
Yeah, perfect. I suppose he's within that, isn't he? The bones are...
Yeah. We could shake the bones out and put it over the top.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll do it with a reasonable amount of respectability.
Okay.
I'll just shake them out so they go clattering everywhere.
Clatter. Then he goes over here and hovers over this bench where there is an open book with a list written in it. And he stares at you.
Okay. I'll go over to the book and I'll see if I can make sense of the pictures.
There are not a lot of pictures in this. This seems to be some sort of list written in Dwarvish script.
This is the problem. we have a dwarf who can't speak Dwarven, and we have no one else who can speak Dwarven.
But you can write.
I'll scribble down.
What do you write down?
What? Yeah, but he can't write down. He can't write. I can only communicate to him. He can't communicate back to me.
He can write. He clearly wants you to do something with this book.
He wants you to put his
name. Is there pictures in there?
There's no pictures in there. It's the Dwarven writing.
Can I have an attempt to translate? Because I'm quite clever.
Yeah. You can have an attempt. You have studied lots of stuff. You can do me law roll.
Yeah, I don't have. I'm seeing if there's any magic that will help me, but I don't think there is. The magic choices in this game are quite limiting.
Invent some new stuff, and we can talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I suppose I should make best use out of the ones that I've got to start with. Okay, Lord check.
Because you have loads of spells.
Yeah, Lore. Roll.
All right, now this, you think the book that is there is a chronicle of people, of dwarves who have lived there and died there.
Do I need to push that to make it a better success? That'll help me more.
Yeah, you can push that. You just want willpower, don't you?
Well, I'm okay for willpower now, but I'm just thinking if I needed a better success.
Yeah, you are pretty sure that these are names including dates and times, and this seems to be like a register of deaths and birth at some point.
Okay. And he probably wants me to write his name in there.
It looks like, he seems to be a real archivist, so he really wants you to do something orderly, and bookkeeping is important.
Okay. Do I know his? I don't know his name though, do I?
He rolls his eyes at you. Hovers over to somewhere else. Here in the corner, where there is another document. Very brittle, very old, but with a bit of care, you can unroll it a little bit. And he's pointing at the bottom.
Wow, that's
Okay.
It seems to be like a signature or name or title, something like that.
I'll look at that and then I'll transcribe that into the book. And I assume there's a date to put in there for today's date, maybe.
Oh, what is the date?
It's the 2nd of Springrise,
Yeah.
1261.
But of course, you probably have slept by now, haven't you? No, it's during the night, so let's make it the 3rd of Springrise. But that's today's date. That's not when he died, is it?
Yeah, but I don't know when he died.
No, neither does he. Time becomes meaningless. But so, you're going to put today's date?
Yeah, I think so, because that's when he's been buried. And so I'll scribe that in there and see his reaction. See what his reaction is.
He seems to be less scary. He almost seems appreciative. You reckon? So, and he hovers about on this big rug in the middle there. He's sort of circling for a little bit.
Okay.
Like he's waiting for something to happen.
I'll do some rites as if I was sort of, saying some words over his grave. If that is what he's thinking, I should be saying. Giving him some sort of blessing and good luck in his travels in the afterlife.
All right.
And hope he meets King Bronar.
All right. Are you using a particular spell of any sort for that or not? Because you have lots of spells like this, but I'm not sure you've got anything that really works here, do you?
Is there a lay to rest spell?
No, because it's more like a ritual. It's not a spell. It would like be a religious ritual.
No, I don't have anything like that.
All right. Let's just use your law again.
The only thing I do have is speak to the dead. To cast that will mean there is an automatic mishap, which I'd rather not do.
No, fair enough. I let you actually probably. Let's do another roll for law.
Okay.
Yeah, the first one was to just get the Dwarven language. This is about some ritual knowledge about how they would lay each other to rest. Okay, now what you do remember, you don't remember that, but you do remember that somebody had this hammer, right? And you laid somebody to rest with a hammer, but you left that hammer down there, didn't you?
Yeah. And to travel down to get it, it's not far from where we are here, is it?
Just down those stairs, isn't it?
It's down these stairs, along a couple of corridors, down some other stairs. I mean, it's not trivial, and by yourself while the others are waiting upstairs. Up to you.
I think I should wake one of them in case something happens during the night. So who was the least injured? Who needed the rest the least? Well, let's assume he's more deep because he's not tired. He's been a bear. He's fine.
Well, he had rested, but he hadn't slept.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll go and wake him. I know Chalendra needs rest, and I think that Tyler does as well. So I'll just wake him and just let him know that I'm just popping downstairs. So I'm laying the ghost of the archivist to rest. If you just keep an eye on things while I'm gone, I'll be back in 20 minutes.
Okay, then one last roll for this bit. Can you do me what is it called here? Sneaking stealth?
Stealth, yeah.
Yeah, I assume you want to be reasonably sneaky as you go down. You've got 4 dice.
Yeah. Stealth. Oh wow, yeah, I've got nothing on stealth, have I? I've got no spells that make me more sneaky.
Firewalker. Okay.
There we go.
You manage to get down there, and it is creepy. Going down this crypt all by yourself, and you just know all these bodies and these skeletons in the floor and all that. But you make your way back to the chamber where the hammer was placed, and you retrieve it and take it back upstairs.
Okay.
You seem to hear some, as you touch the hammer, you seem to hear some whispering voices in your head, and the further you go away from the crypt, the louder they get.
Oh, they don't like me taking the hammer away. Fine, I'll take it back.
You take it back to where? To the archive or back to...
Well, yeah, no, I'll bring it back to the archive so I can do the deed.
All right. Can you... How are we going to do this? Can you do me a quick empathy roll?
Mm-hmm.
Because you have fearless, don't you?
Yeah.
So, sorry, it's not empathy, it's insight then that you can roll, if I remember correctly. Or fearless.
Indeed. It's an insight check, you're right. And I like insight rolls. So I get a nice bonus on that. Oh. Can I...
He says, like a dog. Can you?
What's that dice set that come up? I don't know what that is. 4d6 suddenly appeared out of nowhere.
That was me.
push?
Sorry, you selected this. That's why I put it down for your name.
Okay. Can I push that?
Yeah, you can.
But as this is a...
Strictly speaking, it's a resistance, so no, actually you can't. But it's not as... It's a talent that allows you to roll a skill, and a skill roll you can normally push. Go figure. Doesn't matter. Yeah? The whole... Sorry, what's that, Mark?
It's just moves, Frank.
I can hardly hear you, and Sue's also frozen. I don't know whether there's something going on there.
Not hearing everyone properly.
Discord has dropped. Right. Reconnect then.
There we go. Frank, you were basically going.
You
to
were
me, Frank,
doing
there.
the same. You were doing the same to me.
There we go.
The Discord seemed to have went weird.
Is that better
So-
now?
Yeah, that's fine now.
Yeah.
So yeah, what I was saying is, my pride is all about fear. It's all
Okay.
about not being scared of anything. So can I use my pride here?
Yes.
But I've got an artifact dice, so I don't know if you're allowed 2 artifact dice.
Why not?
Okay, so
Reroll with your pride. That's fine.
I'll do the push first, and then I need to roll another d10 and another d12.
Yeah, that's right. So you've already got 4 successes.
Okay, let me roll.
And you've got
I
another...
didn't
Nothing there.
I didn't get any success in that one.
But
Not successes, but hey.
You were successful. So basically what happens is that you get these voices in your head and they're driving you mad, and you're thinking, oh dear, am I doing the right thing? Will they come after me? Will they drag me into the realm of spirits and so on? Well, then you just calm yourself and you think, all they're saying is, yeah, I shouldn't be stealing this hammer, but I'm using it for the purpose it was intended. So let us do that. Yeah, let us do that. And that's basically... what you do. You surmount your fear, you work through your fear, you take it upstairs. What do you do with a hammer? For the king, what you did is you walked around the 7 names of the 7 families, and you just knocked on there and called out the names.
Yeah, so all I have is the name of him, haven't I, here?
You have a name, but you don't know how to pronounce it. You know how to spell it, but not how to pronounce it. But he must
I could probably have a go at it, couldn't I?
He probably is from one of these families, and the family names, I put them up before at some point.
Yep.
You can use them again, and if you call them out,
Okay.
Brona, Hornstein,
Yeah, that's fine.
Drake.
Yeah, I will read out the names. Yeah, Bronar, Hornstein, Grimgrip, Drakebane, Metal Toe, Thorin, Frostchin.
All right. And as you read them all out, do you do a strike each time, or do you wait to the end?
Yeah, I'll strike. But what can I strike? Do I maybe strike a? There's no objects in there, is there? So I'll just. Is there any religious paraphernalia in any way?
Not really. Maybe where you put a spawn to rest.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. Then yeah. The chest then.
Okay, you do that. And as you finish the last name and the last strike, you hear a long sort of stretched out. Turn around and just see the spirit disperse.
Good deed is done.
The good deed is done, but you feel like you have to return that hammer.
Yes, of course. And here, this is where I'm struggling against my dark secret. That's kind of thinking, oh, there's something magical about this. I don't want to give it back. But it's not but it's not the sort of thing that I can see any value in. Although what I will do, though, I will do a sense magic. I'll safe cast it. I'll use a willpower to cast it on there, just to see if it tells me anything more about this hammer that I don't think I did that before.
I don't think you did that before, no. So feel free to do it. Safe cast it. And let me just see how much information can I give you on that one, because I need to think it up on the spot. What you basically feel that this is an important religious thing. It seems to somehow open a gate to the underworld, but it seems to be one way. It's to send people, not to get them back out. Maybe with a bit of research, you could turn that effect around.
Access to the underworld, eh?
Yeah.
That sounds very interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think I will need to take it back. The spirits of I don't want to be hunted down by the spirits of 7 kings, of Dwarven kings.
7 dwarves and Goldilocks, yeah. Oh, no, sorry.
Yeah. So I will sort of fight against my dark secret and force myself to return it.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So, just looking at the time, you do retrieve it. You replace it in the chest that you found it in. You make your way back up. And it was definitely a good deed you've done there for the dwarves. But, well, you have to sacrifice something, right? So, we'll see. There might be some consequences of your good deed. No good deed goes unpunished, after all, right? Well-known phrase or saying. Okay, so, after you've rested a bit, it is now the morning. Ziotar comes back. He looks a bit spooked by his whole experience. But you've done well there. You've definitely done well. So, what do you want to do? Do you just want to sneak out to the Vale and go back to Dwarven, to your quest giver, or is there anything else you want to do while you're here?
Well, I think we need to head back, to be honest.
I'm entirely happy to leave.
We need to repair our stuff. We need to sell our loot.
Yeah, we've done what we need to here, haven't we? So it's time to move back.
Okay. So, you're trying to dodge your way around the edges again, like you did last time? Yeah, last time you sort of followed the path around the edge, like, I don't know whether you can see that. This bit.
Yeah. That's fine, yeah. We don't want to fall frontal with an army of orcs. Taking out a small group isn't a problem, but yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to take a little while. As I said, the scale is not right, but basically this is your route. And you need to cross the river somewhere. Something like that. Yeah? Alright. So, a lead the way would be good. One lead the way. And if you want to use your special Pass of the Forest discipline again, then we can basically say you're not going to encounter it.
Do that every time I add one and have to take it 2 away. There you go.
Cat on the knee. Poor little kitty just knocked her head. She's so big now that when she jumps on the table my knee under the table, she knocks her head. She's not used to it yet. Doubled in size. Big lady now. Okay. Did you do it?
Yes. Spend the willpower point.
Spent the willpower point. Lovely. So, with that, you make your way through. You see at some point again in the distance, this is now morning-ish. I went to lunchtime. It's a bit late. In the distance again, you see that winged shadow over the mountains, but it seems to be hunting somewhere else, not where you are currently.
Mm-hmm.
And you do see that there is in the distance, in this old place here in Tumundrabi, there seem to be some figures moving about, but you're stealthy enough so you don't actually encounter another dozen orcs, which I'm sure you'll be glad for. And you make your way back to the town.
Okay.
To the settlement.
So, we have some tobacco, which we'd like to sell.
Right. You are going back to the pub, aren't you? Where the
Yeah.
dwarf is. To the inn.
Yeah, see the dwarf.
The dwarf was called Dwarven. Dwarven Eggshead. And as you come in, he is... he was... Last time he was somewhat intoxicated by using some fungal stuff.
Who are we returning the crown to?
He said he was looking for the crown or the helmet of Star Silver, so basically the helmet that you found.
Mm-hmm.
He was also saying that he needed to know where the axe and the hammer were.
Did we find the axe?
You did.
Yeah, it was at the base of the statue, wasn't it? Of the god Huge.
But you decided to put the hammer back in with the king or stroke queen.
Yeah.
Yes, to put it to rest because all the other skeletons had their weapons with them. And the hammer you just put back. So, yeah, you come back in. Let me get into dwarf mode. Into slightly loopy dwarf mode. So, you come back in. Oh, the heroic adventurers return. I had almost given up hope for you when I heard the war drums of the orcs last night.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a run-in with them, but managed to beat them back and then took cover and then came back.
That is amazing. This is
Well,
a tale worth telling. But tell me, have you found the what is it called? The insignia of my tribe?
Sure. Do you want to speak about it here, or should we go sit somewhere privately?
We can speak about it here. There's hardly anybody about at this time, so that's fine.
Well, we have good news.
Good.
So let's give him the crown.
Is this it? Where was it? It looks like it hasn't been touched in all these hundreds of years.
It was in the throne room with a dragon.
A dragon?
Mm.
The dragon is in the throne room? No, that can't be good.
No, we also located the axe and the hammer. We left.
Where are they?
Explain about leaving it on the grave, etc.
But why? Why did you leave them?
Respect.
Why did you leave the hammer? Looks like Zjotl for that. As if he knew. Why did you leave the hammer?
The hammer is something of the king's. It's not there to be taken.
I had hoped to bring it back to my people.
It's a religious item.
Did you manage to...
We left it on the grave with the axe.
Did you manage to put the old king, Farin Brona, to rest?
We did. That's why we left the axe there. We saw all the other remains had their weapons. We thought it best to leave the remains with a weapon.
Did you find out the nature of the curse that made the people who were attending to his funeral run away?
Can't remember. I honestly can't remember.
So, this is where we need you.
Was it surprise at the king being a lady?
That could have been it, but that's of course scandalous. Do you want to reveal that, or do you just say we don't know?
I think reveal it.
Yep.
You're revealing it.
Well, 2 of the party member are female. So, it's like...
Yeah, we don't know how dwarf politics work.
As you say, but...
Seems completely natural for ladies to be in charge.
How do you put it? What was the curse on old King Farron Brona, he says?
You mean Queen?
What do you mean Queen? No, King Brona.
No, she definitely looked like a lady.
Definitely looked like a lady.
What? And he basically falls off his chair. And he's fainted. Maybe too much mushroom smoking. And then after a while, don't know whether you do anything with him or you just leave him lying there.
Try bring him round.
You bring him round again and he sits up. Did you just say he was... our king was a lady?
She, yes.
I
take it that's shocking to you.
That is shocking. That is shocking beyond belief. Because
look, if we've had a good relationship so far. So if you'd like us to, keep that little fact quiet, it's not a problem.
You don't understand. There has been a long discussion for hundreds of years now whether we should have queens as well, but they always said there was no precedent for it.
Oh, in which case,
this can change our whole rituals and our whole approach to royalty.
Speaking as myself, I don't consider it unusual for ladies to be in charge.
Have you proof?
We didn't particularly bring our underwear with us or anything. Other than her remains.
Well, they were put to rest. So it's your word for it. That is amazing. So you managed to break the curse and you just changed the future of our royal houses. Not that they are too much currently.
Yeah.
If you're getting some noises on the microphone, my cat is using it as a scratching post. She was just chewing my lamp and then chewing my tablet, and now she's pawing at the microphone.
It's that look of, if it was any other animal, it'd be like, get off, you little bugger. But because it's a cat, everyone goes, oh.
She's so cute.
It's because they got charm person. That's what it is.
Yeah. So cute.
Yeah. So we did recover some things you might be interested in.
You did. It's amazing that you've been so successful with this, and you weren't even eaten by the dragon.
We only saw the dragon in passing, luckily.
This seems to be a special dragon. It seems to have a vicious sort of intelligence, from what the people are telling me. Like it has carrying some special magic with it. But anyway, you have been excellent with this. Did you bring the Eye of the Mountain?
What's the Eye of the Mountain again?
It's a large crystal.
Oh, we did. We have the Eye of the Mountain.
Have you?
We do have a big, large crystal, don't we?
Oh, you've got lamb.
Yeah, we got another large crystal, don't we?
Do you? As far as I remember, you were not on that level at all.
We had a crystal from a body, didn't we?
Oh, that was quite a small octagonal one, which opened a secret passage. Yeah. Okay, that one.
Yeah, that's what we did.
That's
not gemstone. Yeah.
And that was as soon as you put it in the door, basically, it's stuck there.
Oh, right. Let me get rid of that then. Deep red carved octagonal gemstone.
That's right. It embedded itself in the door. You don't have that anymore. So, yeah. Well, I did promise you your reward. So when he gets a bag of gold, actually, out and silver, puts it on the table in front of you and says, well, I promised you 10 gold, so here you go, 10 gold. Nobody shall say that I am not good for my word. You also, however, managed to break the curse on my whole kin, hopefully, and I think, yeah, definitely. Well, he goes to another bag with a heavy heart, gets another few coins out and says, that's definitely worth a bonus, isn't it? I'll put some more coins on the table, so you've got a total, just to be making it really annoying to divide up. Got a total of 13 gold.
Okay, so it's 3 gold, 2 silver, and 5 copper.
Or you can put it on the party loot sheet.
Well, okay.
3
gold, 2 silver, and then a silver on the party loot sheet.
1 silver. Okay. So what else do I say about this quest? Find King Bronner's tomb, fulfill the ancient ritual to give him peace. Yeah, that's what you've done. And
Okay.
you
Would
have...
he be interested in buying the baccy and the beer recipe?
Oh. Yeah, probably, but he's a bit short on money right now. Because you basically cleaned him out. He's got about 2 gold left, and he needs that to get back to his clan.
Okay.
But he says, if you bring this here...
back with him to his clan, and then that could work.
Yes.
Because we also have to sell... we need to get some stuff repaired, though, before we head off. But we also got 4 gems, 4 semi-precious gems with orange flecks, and a copper dwarven amulet with a red gem.
You've got lots of stuff.
Yeah. Could we, before, I know it's 11:15. Is there any, how much would it cost to get my sword and armor repaired?
Right. Now, we have looked this up before. We have made a rule for that, haven't we?
Yeah, the armor.
Repairing. Recovery, repair. Where did we put it?
Did you pin it?
I'm pretty sure, but I'm just looking under my own rules reference.
Yeah, make a note of it.
Shooting ranges, recovery. If you can find, let me know. Because I have got the experience questions here, but where I put the repairing, I'm not quite sure.
Is there any? Okay.
I made a note of it somewhere. What do we do with it?
Player notes?
There you go. 10% per point for metal.
Where did you find it?
We put it in chat. Remember, because we worked it out.
In chat?
Yes.
Yeah, make an entry under player notes.
Okay, right.
So we don't have to look for it all the time.
Right, so player notes.
So 10% of the cost of the item per gear bonus point.
I can't add an entry.
You should be in player notes. You should be able to.
Nope.
Let me have a look. Try now.
Okay, player notes. Okay, no, I don't have rights to. No, I can see them, and I can see legends.
Okay.
The blue folder, yeah, player notes.
Yeah. Repair. I'll just make one for you.
Great entries appeared. So there we go. Repair cost. And this is in player notes.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. 10% per point for metal, 20% for leather.
All right. Now I will make him. Do you want Dwarven to do this for you?
Yeah, if he's willing.
I've got some leather armor I need repairing, so I probably need to go to someone else.
He's a really good craftsman, so you can do that. He could do either of them, but he will have to roll for it. And if you give him the tobacco, he'll do all the repairs for free.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah?
If he's willing to repair our stuff for free.
He will. So, let's see. Typical dwarf. How many points are missing for each item? Just tell me that much.
So my chainmail is down 4 of 6. And my sword is down 2.
And my leather armor's down 1.
Right, so let's say he's got that there, and he's got that there. So, sword first. It's down 2, is it?
Yes.
So he's going to try and do something with it. He's got use of a little smithy here in this little settlement because he's been here a long time. So he can fix that.
Yeah, cool.
He can fix that. What's next?
Armor, I'm down 4 points.
Ooh, 4. That could be tricky.
Well, he just needs to keep repairing it, doesn't he?
Unless he fails or he gets a skull.
Yeah, if he fails, it's stuck at that. And I'd probably have to buy new stuff.
Right. So he doesn't do it.
It's obviously so badly damaged that I have to buy new stuff. Bugger.
Okay. That could be expensive.
It is. Is stuff like that available here?
No. But tell you what, I'm going to push it.
Okay.
But the skull means you're going to get 2 points back. But that's the maximum you can have it.
Okay, so it can never be repaired more than that.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. I'm really making this up on the fly, but we could just take 1 top gear bonus off. Top gear? No. 1 bonus off the top because of the skull. So you have potential.
So make it a total of maximum of 5, yeah?
Is it count 6, is it? Yeah. Make it a maximum of 5. And he can't repair it any further than this, but somebody else might. So you still have 2 potential. Or 3 potential? 3 potential.
Yeah, I've renamed it as Chainmail 5 to
just to make it clear. Right, Uziatal, your armor, your leather armor.
Yeah, leather armor. It's only down 1 point.
Down 1 point. Right, he's not quite as good with the leather. But let's see. Oh, he doesn't manage that either, but he can push it. And he manages it. There you go.
Okay.
And he breaks his tools doing it.
So,
Yes, this is a tough leather armor you've got here. My needle broke.
Sorry.
So, what level of equipment is available here? Common, uncommon?
Very little. This is a small settlement. Yeah, this is like a trading post.
Lots of stuff. If he's going to head to his clan,
he's heading
we
to his
can go with him and get maybe do some shopping there.
Okay, now that takes us really to the question, to the world map again, of where do you want to go next. Now his clan, let me just locate you. You're here in Wailer's Hold. Yeah?
I'm also thinking that we have a bard with us who might want to regale the epic tales of the battles to the dwarves in person.
He might, yeah. So he's saying that his place where he wants to go, like his home place basically, is on the eastern shores, on the western shores of Lake Vardar. So I'm going to roughly indicate to you where that is. Because you're there, and basically it would be up here. Can you see where I'm pinging?
Yeah.
So as the crow flies...
Go see some dwarves?
That is roughly 150 kilometers. It's a long journey, but that would be a new place for you to visit. Or you could say, okay, give us a description of how to get there, and we'll see you after our next adventure.
Well, I think if we head with him, because he asked us to go in there, you've given him the crown, and if we're going with him and we can report to the dwarves in person, now this could go either really well or really bad, but Talia gets an opportunity to be all bardic and tell the epic tale of our adventures and the great dwarven citadel and how even after all this time it's still magnificent. Butter.
Butter.
How much dragon gold do we have?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, let's count that up now. We're back somewhere safety, not in front of this dwarf though.
All right. Let's see. How much am I maximum gonna give you? Okay.
And it was radiating a slight magic, if I recall correctly, so that might want to be
It
examined.
had a greenish tinge on it, didn't it? So, I'm going to be really generous to you. As generous as I've never been before. You have a total of 17 gold. But it seems to be somewhat tinged.
17 gold, yeah?
17 gold.
Yeah, I think store that one separately. To
Store
the
that
other.
separately for now. Don't
Yeah,
just
put
lump
that
it
on
together.
the party loot.
It has an odd feel about it. But it looks like gold.
We're concerned that the dragon might be able to follow it.
Could be.
How is it tinged? What does sense magic tell me without casting?
Without
Is there
casting,
still an aura of magic on it?
that there is some magic on it. That's basically all I can tell. It's faint, but there is definitely some sort of magic, and it is magic like you have not felt before.
I'm betting that it's the magic which the dragon can trace.
Possibly, yeah. I'll cast sense magic then. I'll use a willpower and save cast it.
Yeah. And you think this is going to be something that can be detected over long distances.
So we want to offload it as quick as we can. Make it someone else's problem.
I like your thinking.
Yeah. But we'll see if there's anything on sale. If something high value is on that we can take with us is on sale here. Yeah.
What do we need
If
then?
somebody's trying to sell stuff.
There is a Warhammer on sale, which looks like it's an ancient Dwarven Warhammer.
Okay.
Because they say, oh, you know, sometimes the orcs come out and trade with us here, and they've told us this.
Okay. Ancient Dwarven Warhammer.
Could be used for bargain price.
Well, normally they're 12. Normal Warhammer is 12 silver.
Mm.
So, is there anything I noticed when I was looking up crafting? You can actually get additional bonuses depending on what level stuff is crafted at.
Yeah.
So, is this just a Warhammer, or is it special in some way?
This looks like it's a bit special. It's a fine quality Warhammer. It doesn't seem to have any magic about it, but it's a fine quality Warhammer.
Okay, how much do they want for it?
How much do they want? 5 gold.
Okay, 1 man, please. So,
That's an expensive Warhammer.
Mm.
ancient Dwarven Warhammer. Does it have any more bonuses than 2?
Well, I'll tell you after you bought it.
Okay. What sort of skill could we use to identify it?
Crafting.
Crafting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I make a check?
Yeah. That's what we're here for.
That looks like it's worth 5 gold.
5 gold is an extraordinary high price for any weapon. You know that, unless it's magical.
Yeah. But it does look. Yeah.
It looks cool, but is it worth it? You want to haggle?
Yeah. I'll try and haggle them down.
Or is it going to be Ziotal's version of haggling, which basically is saying, you're going to give this to me for cheaper, because I'm so scary.
It's manipulation checks, isn't it? So, who is our walker?
I'm good at manipulation if you want me to.
Yes, could you haggle for us, my friend?
Right, see this? I want it half the price, whether you like it or not. It's a good deal anyway. Yeah, this is good gold. Look at this gold. You've never seen gold like this before. It's special gold. Each gold piece here is worth 2.
Oh, really? Go on.
Oh my god, okay. Oh, damn. Whoops.
Okay.
I'm gonna...
Well, you can't. You've
Yeah,
used your thingy, haven't you?
You don't want to break yourself or something like this.
No, I don't want to break myself because I only need to roll 1 more skull.
Indeed.
But I will still allude to this gold being special gold that's worth extra.
All right. 4 gold. Rock bottom. Don't get any further than that.
So how much?
4.
4. Shall we, guys?
4 gold.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Someone needs a warhammer, I suppose.
Okay,
Really?
and so I've crossed off 4 gold.
And replaced it with a warhammer. Basically, you're trying to do money laundering, right?
Yeah. So what's special about the ancient dwarven warhammer?
Right, it's got a bonus of 3.
Yeah.
And it's ancient, it's dwarven. So it looks quite cool, and it might be good for posing.
I wouldn't mind something like a magnifying glass. I don't know if the dwarves would have anything like that here.
Not
They're
here.
expensive items.
Not here. You would have to find a good peddler, or maybe in their own workshops in their city. But here you wouldn't find one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
This is just a trading
Quite
outpost.
rare item.
Yeah.
Okay. What? Oh, does I suppose we could try and buy some stuff off people. Things like furs and stuff.
Yeah, but I don't want to spend too much longer on this.
Okay. Are we just? Okay. So we've
So
got
shall
rid
we
of some.
just
of the
say
gold
you
bits.
can do another 3 gold for trading goods? Yeah.
Okay.
Some trading goods. I don't even care.
Okay, 3 gold. Right, I'll add that to the thing.
And you've got all the horses you can carry. You can count.
Trading goods.
Yeah, you do that. So that just leaves one thing, and I'm sure you want to do this experience.
If we will.
Experience questions. So, and then you need to tell me whether you really want to go to the dwarf town or whether there's anything else you want to do, so I can prepare the next session. Right. You all participated. Do we give Moore a deep one?
Yeah.
Because he did
He
take
did risk
risks. He did
You
take
did
risks.
participate.
Yeah. Through you. You traveled one last hex. You didn't actually know. No hexes this time. Discovered one new, but you defeated one of my monsters. You definitely found treasure. That's 3. One of you activated pride, or was it 2 of you?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I did. I know I did.
I tried to, but succeeded on the roll.
But you activated your pride. Right? Sorry, no, you'd succeeded, so you didn't activate it. Dark secret, anybody?
No.
I don't know. I resisted it.
You did suffer from it in the way that you resisted it and you couldn't get what you wanted. But it was a bit long distance shot, isn't it? It's a long shot. Did you risk your life for another PC? Talia came over and actually tried to heal you, putting herself very much in harm's way. I would count that.
Does going to get the donkeys and leaving all the injured people behind count?
Yeah, I suppose.
Cool. Putting a dwarf sage to rest.
I would count that as a extraordinary action of some kind. So, how many are you all getting then? Just so I have something.
4.
4 to 5.
For 5? I'm far too generous today, but I'm feeling generous because I'm on holiday.
Okay. Do we, before next session, can we have a quick roll to see if we can improve a talent or something?
Yeah, you probably can. You can rest here. You can do stuff like that. So there's no rush that you have to scatter from here unless you think that there's going to be an orc invasion trying to catch you.
Okay.
So I'm going to give, if that's okay with all of you, more deep 2 for today.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I may increase a talent.
Increasing a talent is 3 times the new level.
And
the
you
counter
wait.
I'm just checking what I've used.
You should have used it. Potentially there's instructors. I mean, there's a dwarf here who can do some craft, for example, if you want to learn that from him.
I'm still hoping to learn the path of the war cry.
You heard some orc war cries.
Okay, so what Can he? Is it what do you call it? Smithing? He can teach.
Yeah, he can definitely teach you smithing or crafting in general.
Yeah. So smithing, that'd be 3 XP for level 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so is he just a level 1 or is he?
Are you saying smithing? Is that a talent?
It is, yeah.
All right. Sorry, I forget sometimes. So if it's talents, yeah, 3 for 1. He can definitely teach you that.
Okay.
He can also teach you beginning bits of, what is it called? Leather working. There's another name for that.
Leather working, yeah. Tanner.
Tanner. No. Yeah. Tanner is making skins, but he could teach you that as well. So, general talents.
Yeah, Tanner.
He could teach you hammer fighter, but he can only do 1 a quarter day, one of you. You can't do them all at the same time.
Okay. Could I try and teach myself pack rat level 3?
You've been packing donkeys, so I don't see why not.
Okay. So, here we go. That's a wits check, isn't it?
Yeah.
Come on, dice. Ew,
Yeah.
wow.
Got it. Wow. Normally you fail these, you guys.
Okay, so Mr. Packrat is now level 3. I can now carry 10 additional items.
So, is there anyone who can teach me Path of the Warcry around here, or am I going to have to try and figure it out myself again?
I think you might have to figure it out yourself.
Right.
You could ask the orcs, of course.
I don't think that's a great idea.
Okay.
So, what is it I have to roll?
Wits.
Wits. Someday.
Yay! Look at that. She's done it. 4th attempt or something.
Yep.
Well done. Well done. So, we've finished probably the biggest dungeon I've run in a long, long time.
It was fun.
Yep.
Yeah. I didn't build a lot of mystery into it, just little side quests here and there. But yeah, what do you think you want to do next? Accompany the dwarf up to his place? See what happens on the route, or is there something that's more important to you?
I like the idea of a nice long walk outside.
The
I'll
idea
go
of
to
a
Amber's Peak, personally.
You want to go to Amber's Peak, which is almost diametrically the other way. Because Amber's Peak, if I just ping it briefly on the map, I've put over here. Yeah?
You've got it illuminated on the map, we can see it.
Okay, and the other place is over there. So, as the dragon flies, the distance between those two is... Why does it not allow me to do that? Ah, very far. 300, 400 kilometers.
What else is in the direction of where the dwarf wants to go? Is there anything else there?
Well, the first thing you come to is Lake Clay and Clay's Eye. That's by a lake. Then you come to the arena forest, where apparently there's quite a few orcs around there, and there might be some old sites. There's words of an old dwarven, elvish city, Varasa, in the vicinity there. And as you approach Lake Vada from the southern end of it, you've heard that there are some strange lizard-like people living there. But the rest of it, you're a bit unclear, because this place here has a little bit of information, but not a lot. If you go slightly north from where you are, there is a settlement of the Rust Brothers, a local base. There's also the old burnt-down city of Chalendra, which is not too far from where you are right now. That would be over here. It doesn't allow me to ping that properly. There. But yeah, it's mainly Lake Vada with its lizard people, then the forest, the arena forest with the orcs. That's what you would have to look at. And the old elven city of Varasa.
I just read up coup de grace, by the way.
Yeah.
I should have been taking empathy and spending willpower to murder helpless people.
Oh, well, next time we know.
So, can I buy the first level of cold-blooded?
You can. You had practice.
Yeah. It's like, okay. It's like, I wonder what that talent does. Oh.
Yeah, can I do the same? This probably ties in with my character quite well.
You lot. Yes, you can. Fine, you had practice with it.
Yeah, basically.
And can I go lucky level 2 as well, as I've kind of used my luck quite a few times recently?
You've been pushing your luck, haven't you?
Okay, for coup de grace, an opponent who has lost all strength or agility is defenseless. If it's an intelligent being with wits and you want to give him a coup de grace and kill them outright, you must fail an empathy roll.
I knew that bit.
Even if the roll fails, you must spend 1 willpower point and suffer 1 point of damage to empathy.
I didn't remember that, but empathy, I thought there might be empathy damage, but I had forgotten about the willpower entirely.
The cold-blooded skill is I don't need to roll a dice at level 1, but I do need to suffer the
consequences.
Willpower and empathy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The stuff you spend your experience points on, seriously.
Well, the thing is, I wouldn't spend it, but I've been playing it, so
Yeah.
I can spend it now.
Yeah, fair enough. You can tell that I'm not a rules lawyer.
Yeah, it's just like, damn, I'm gonna have to skip that to level 3 to be a cold-hearted bastard.
Yeah. Okay, it's definitely past my bedtime now.
Yep. Thank you, Frank. 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Let me have a look. It's gonna be a very busy time at work now.
Well, if you want to make it slightly longer, that's
Let's
fine.
have a look where 2 weeks takes us. I mean, 4 weeks I'm basically almost on my holidays, but 2 weeks would be the 14th. I'm actually booked that day anyway. So it's
14th?
Wednesday, the 16th. Would be the 16th, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What's going on the
If you want to
16th?
make it the 9th, you can, but I know you're busy.
No, I'm actually booked on the 9th. So,
You're 23rd then?
21st, 23rd, you say, and I'm booked there too. So
30th?
it would either be, actually, I would prefer the 30th if it's okay with you guys.
Sure, no, 30th is fine. Where basically we don't have to remember what we were doing now because just where we're going.
Yeah.
So are we going to? Are we escorting the dwarf? Everybody.
That's my understanding.
Yep.
Because we also got
that's fine.
there to learn to speak Dwarven on the way.
You can definitely have some practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Mordeeb at least should be having a go.
You should definitely have a go. That's a failing, a cultural failing of him. All right, so thank you very much again for your time and your playing. We didn't kill anybody. Somebody almost lost their head. A few highlights today. You put ghosts to rest. You made a big difference to the Merimanian royalty lines of royals. So you definitely have changed the politics of something. You're starting to have an influence on this world. So, good stuff. For now, however, I'm going to say good night and see you next time in about a month's time.
Ta-ra, etc.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Right then.